Tuesday as we are sliding into the playoffs. We had a great opportunity as a show, as a station, as a company to head over to American Family Field around noon and slide down Bernie's slide. It's Ben Bruss, Kyle Wallace, and Brad Nortman here with you. 800-990-3776 is the number to get into the show. You can see our beautiful faces on YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee and at ESPN Madison. Kyle looking sharp in his salmon pink. How are you doing, Packer backer / owner?
I'm doing good as I electric slide or I cha-cha slide down the Bernie Brewer slide today at the Brewers slide into the playoffs.
Brad Nortman, I was next to you. Kyle came a little bit later as per usual. You were a little bit jittery.
I, as I've described on the show, in my older age, I have a newfound little fear of heights. And boy, is that chalet up there, baby. I mean, it's a great view of the game, but there's this like really steep staircase to get up there. I took it a little gingerly, but by the time I got up there, darn it, I faced my fears and I had a great time.
Yeah, I will say there is a staircase that gets you up to the slide area that there's some big holes.
Did you look down?
Yeah, Alex Strofe was behind me.
Down?
Strofe, did I not look down at you as you were climbing up the ladder with my phone? Say, how you doing, buddy?
Yeah, you turned backwards. You were mocking my fear of heights. I felt very uncomfortable. I thought you were going to fall on top of me. We were both going to fall a far distance. It was awful, uncomfortable, and very rude.
Well, we will have some reactions to all of us going down Bernie Slide. I know, Kyle, I definitely heard throughout of American Family Field as you went down.
Did you now?
You're not exactly a quiet person.
Really?
What kind of vocal expression did you let out, Kyle?
I don't know. I was so excited to do it. Then I had the little the selfie stick that Ben gave me. My phone flipped down and dropped in my lap, so then I had to pick it back up. And next thing you know,
Mid-slide?
Mid-slide.
Oh, no.
You got to watch the video to see mid-slide. And then I got up. I said, oh, that's it. That's over.
So what people don't tell you is, you thought it was, I mean, it's quick, right? You go really fast. They put you on like this like canvas thing. I'm sure Bernie just goes down right in his own suit, but we went on this like canvas bag. So I'm going down there. You know, I'm getting mine ready. I got my phone out. I'm ready to go. And, midway through it picks up speed. What people don't tell you is when you hit the ground, you're going fast, right? You're going real fast.
Someone famously broke their arm, a media correspondent, I think Dodgers?
Yes.
Yeah, the Dodgers. And there's like a padded wall that you're almost inevitably going to roll right into. And I'm rolling down there. I'm getting it going. And I see this like navy blur just go right over my head as I'm going through. A navy blur. It all happened so quickly, I didn't even have time to have register. I turned back, and there's Ben Bruss. Ben waited at the bottom of the slide for me, and as I came down, he jumped over me as I went underneath him, probably going, I don't know, 15 miles an hour.
You ever see those videos where they jump over a Lamborghini?
Yeah.
That's kind of how I was
like,
trying to react. Reenact.
I'm glad you played basketball, and then you got the ups to be able to clear me.
There was never a doubt.
Really?
There was never a doubt.
Wait a minute. He didn't consent to any of this.
No, I know.
He didn't consent to you putting your
I
legs
wish you
and
could have
crotch
saw
over
my
his
face because I just had a big old smile
So-
because I knew that you weren't going to be ready for this.
I gotta ask, did you pre-plan that, or did you, because you went, then Strofe went, where you just happened to be down there? And
No, actually, you were before Strofe, and so that's what happened. If Strofe was before you, when I saw Strofe coming towards me, I got the idea of like, ooh, Bradley's scared of heights. He's going to be in a fragile situation.
Very fragile. And you went ahead and did it. I'm thankful. Even the worker there was like, what'd he say? He said,
We don't need to repeat that.
yeah, he wasn't pleased. But hey, we pushed the boundaries a little bit, and
Oh,
what do you know,
no
we all end up
surprise.
safe.
Ben made somebody else mad at another sports organization in Wisconsin. What a surprise.
Alex Strofe, let's play a little roulette here. I will give you the keys to each of our slides down Bernie's slide. Whatever order you please. Who do we got first?
Let's start with the one we just discussed. That would be Brad Nortman, and at the very end, you can hear Ben jump over Brad. Here is Brad's experience at the Bernie Chalet earlier this afternoon.
Let's do it. Woohoo! Whoa! Dang.
Dang.
That whoa was the big navy blur just jumping over the top of me. And I turned back around. At some point, I'll post that video. I turn around, and Ben's like in a position of like, gotcha, big old smile. All I could muster was dang. I couldn't even process what just happened.
Brad, you are so ready to be like a dad. Oh, here we go.
Here we
Oh,
go.
dang!
Oh, wow, bud. You like that?
Did you have fun? Do you want to go again?
That's spot on.
I'll tell you what, fellas, though. Nobody creates their own reality quite like Ben Bruss because he had no friends growing up. Here's Benny Bruss going down the Bernie slide.
Whenever I'm ready. And the pitch. Churio! Going deep! Get up! Get out of here! Gone! Here comes Bernie!
You know,
That boy is special.
the noise he made was not unlike the Colts guy who whinnied at the end of the song.
No!
That's what that sounded like.
That's exactly what I thought.
Play that again. Tell me that isn't the whinnying of that Colts fan.
No! Going deep! Get up! Get out of here! Gone! Here comes Bernie!
That's what it sounds
That
like.
may not be the best sound that you hear throughout all of our trips down the slide. Up next, Kyle Wallace.
No, we go to me next. When I got done sliding, I was told I made a noise that made everybody uncomfortable. Here is my session down the Bernie slide.
All right, Bernie. Don't love this. Don't love this.
I like how
Were you nervous?
I was really nervous. I was shaking.
it sounds.
Don't love this. Don't love
It
this.
felt
like
like you're trying to pump yourself up. Your voice got an extra octave lower when you first started off.
So if you don't like
Let's
heights,
do this.
I
And then,
prefer- you had to be shaking going up those stairs.
My
And
left
Ben
knee
playing
was
with
shaking big time. Yeah.
Man, because one of our teammates, she was gonna go first up the stairs as the second wave came, and as she started going up there, like she started looking up, she put her hands on it. She said, "I don't know if I can go."
did you go?
Like a little
She-
kid going up the it kind of felt
high
like you were
dive.
in line for like a very big drop slide at a
Basically,
water park.
She went eventually after everybody else went, but I was like, "I'll go." You just can't look down. I can't believe Ben looked down.
I'm sure you fellas are familiar with the expression, we save the best for last.
Oh,
Oh,
Yes,
it
do
wasn't
it.
that good.
I don't know
We'll
about
be
that.
the judge.
As we know, Kyle, a little outgoing.
demonstrative.
Good word.
Really good word.
I
I'm
didn't
impressed
cuss,
by
did
the
I?
use of your vocabulary. You did not cuss as
Okay.
far as I'm aware. I've listened to it multiple times. Hopefully I didn't miss one. Here's Kyle Wallace.
So what do I do? Just slide? Okay, bend my knees. Oh, Jesus, Joseph, and Mary. Oh, please, oh, live to tell it. Live to tell the story. Oh,
Live to tell the story.
You are the
Dang,
most
Kyle.
dramatic person ever.
Seriously.
Jesus, Joseph, and Mary. Oh, I don't recall this. Jesus, Joseph, and Mary. Oh,
That double
Jesus,
scream.
Joseph, and Mary. Oh. I don't recall. It was so fast. I don't remember any of that. What did I say at the end?
Do the whole
lived to
thing.
tell the story.
Live to tell the story.
Seriously, Kyle.
Like people are dying left and right on Bernie's slide.
I was a little nervous. So what I guess. Slide? Yep. Okay, bend my knees. Oh, Jesus, Joseph, and Mary. Oh, please, no. Live to tell it. Live to tell the story. Oh, that was quick.
Oh, that was quick.
What do you think you were going all the way down the field?
You go around the curb of the thing of the slide there, and then all of a sudden you think you're about to go around the curb and keep going, and next thing you know, it's over. Oh, Jesus, Joseph, and Mary.
You know who this is like? That's like Talladega Nights Ricky Bobby running around in his underwear, like just freaking out. That's what the vibes I got from you, Kyle.
I don't really recall
Panic.
all that. I had fun. I enjoyed it. I want to do it again.
Ben Bruss, Kyle Wallace, Brad Nortman, along with Alex Stroh running the show. We'll get to
Jesus, Joseph, and Mary.
We'll get to Ryan Wollersheim and ESPN Madison later in the program, but I do want to know if this is fair or foul. Strofe, one of your great assets in what you bring to the table is your willingness to step up and do things to help the team across ESPN, Milwaukee, Madison, all of our assets, Green Bay Game Day, the Homer Hour.
There's a butt coming, and I don't know why.
But you've signed up to be the social media correspondent as we continue to slide into the playoffs. But you've prioritized not going to the game today when the magic number is 2, with the possibility of the Brewers beating the Phillies tonight and the Cubs beating the Oakland A's beating the Cubs, which would clinch the NL Central tonight, you are not going to the game as the social media correspondent for ESPN Milwaukee? Is
Not a good look,
translate,
Stro.
please.
What are you doing? You must be doing something very important instead. Very important.
Yeah, I'm doing laundry.
That's pathetic.
Laundry.
That's pathetic. What do you mean? So does laundry take hours and hours and hours? It don't take like 2 hours?
I got like 3 loads to do, so it'll take a few hours. Yeah.
3 loads? Can't you just ration and be like, okay, let me do the ones that are most
I'm going
important?
to Nashville this weekend. I got to get ready.
You not bringing 3 loads of clothes to
To
Nashville.
Nashville. 3 loads of clothes for Nashville?
I'm running out of clothes.
Can't you just prioritize the ones that you're going to pack
I
and
only
just do
have
one load?
I only have 1 pair of underwear clean yet. I know that's something Ben's not familiar with.
Yeah, but again, do all your necessities for the trip in 1 load.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm doing it tonight.
Running out of clothes? Do people run out of clothes?
I guess when you're homeless
when
still.
you're living out of a suitcase.
No,
yeah.
no, you've been a professional for like 4 or 5 years now. What do you mean running out of clothes? You don't have clothes that you can just find to put on?
I mean, I do, but I want certain clothes that are
Okay.
dirty.
Okay.
Yeah. So here's the situation.
You don't believe in the Brewers.
You're going to be at the game tonight. Brad is going to be at the game tonight. We have plenty of social media correspondents that will be at the game tonight.
Come on, wait a minute. Now I'm upset. Why the heck am I not invited to the game tonight? Everybody, this is deja vu. It happened earlier this year.
Why are you looking at me? I'm not
Because-
invited either.
You had an option to go. Are y'all gonna be together?
No, actually.
No, we're not. We're not.
I should have lied.
Y'all hell about to break loose on KBN if y'all did it again.
Oh, well, to be honest, Brad will be in the company suite.
Hey.
Cool.
Yeah. Very cool.
I have access, and I'll be bringing some people up to that suite. So Brad and I will be in the suite together at some point, and no
Yeah.
Kyle.
Oh, Jesus, Joseph, and Mary. No, I'm fine.
Oh, are you?
I'm
You
fine.
sound
You
you
gonna
sound
sue
like
your
my
ass.
fiance when she's not mad,
Yeah.
or when she is mad.
That's
I'm
clamming
fine.
up.
I'm fine.
I'm
gonna
fine.
sue your ass. No, none of that. Just understand. You know, the reason why I have my barriers and put up my
You
boundaries.
literally don't
Yeah,
like
my-
us.
You
This is why.
you actively don't try to hang out
This
with us
is
outside
why.
of the show.
This is why.
You-
I want an invite so I can at least tell you no.
You
I don't
you
get
refuse to
ignored.
call me a friend, Kyle.
Because you're not. A friend would have invited me to the baseball game. Talking about he going to the suite. I have access to the suite. Meanwhile, I'm just sitting here just working away. Oh, Jesus, Joseph, and Mary. Oh!
That is so good.
That is so good.
Took the heat off you now, Strofe.
Yeah, just like that.
Banger.
It sounds like one of our teammates wants to make sure that you don't blame him, but I'm going to blame him. His name is Shane, and he didn't invite you.
Yeah.
Didn't. You know, Shane know what's up.
I didn't
Shane-
coordinate
I was
this.
actually thinking about it when Shane was asking me if we had any teammates that would want to go. And he never once, when I was thinking about teammates, say, hey, Kyle, would you want to go? I'm sitting here saying, well, let me reach out to this person, get you connected. And I'm thinking in the back of my head, I wonder if I'm going to get invited. I like going to the suite. I know some people who are going to be in the suite.
Have
But
you
even
made
think
it
about me.
explicitly clear that you'd be willing to do something like this?
I think I should be asked. And you guys want to know what's deeper? There's going to be some people in the suite that I know, that I'm cool with.
That's nice.
That I text with, and I can maybe be a bridge. But you know what? Shane didn't ask me.
We don't need a bridge. Brad and I are going to find those people and dig up all the dirt on Kyle Wallace.
Nah, that's not a lot of dirt, fellas, unfortunately.
Everyone's got skeletons.
I ain't no skeletons he know about. Oh, Jesus, Joseph, and Mary.
That is so good. 800-990-3776, the ESPN Wisconsin talk and text line. Although our social media correspondent will not be at the game tonight, I think I want to know which would be more impressive, because it's still a would scenario. Would it be more impressive for Pat Murphy in year one when they were plus 650 to win the division? Or if Matt LaFleur could reclaim the NFC North with already the obstacle that he's facing in a hurt quarterback in Jordan Love? We'll get that up on the poll on Twitter at KBN ESPN, and we will hear from you, KBN Nation, next. Don't go anywhere.
This is Kyle Bruston Nortman, KBN.
What's going on? Big, come on.
It's getting tough. It's getting slow.
Ben, don't be pathetic. Your father's with your baby. They're listening. You gotta be better.
I'm giving it my all.
I don't know what you're at either.
Stop humping the ground.
Yeah.
Get up.
On ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
Since J&K Security Solutions opened in 1987, our attention to detail and customer service have been our strongest assets. I'm President Jeffrey Beckman. We'll always do our best to find the most efficient and cost-effective solution to every job we tackle. Whether it's security for your home or business, installing video surveillance, or being able to control your garage doors from your phone, we can help you feel empowered with simple and user-friendly technology. Let's work together to secure your home or business. jksecurity.com.
Ben Brust here to tell you about why your next work van should be from Mercedes-Benz Sprinter at Zimbrick European. First off, we have versatility. The Sprinter vans offer 16 body types and thousands of ways to customize that space. Number 2, we have reliability. Sprinter's most powerful diesel engines last longer and require less maintenance, spend more time on the road and less time in those bays. Number 3, we have safety. Sprinter's safety technologies include curtain airbags all around, load adaptive electronic stability program, and crosswind and attention assist. Number 4, Van Care Mobile. Our maintenance team can come to you with routine service. Who wants to go in? Let them come to you. They work with multiple trucks on one visit. Use the Mercedes Me Connect. And last but not least, get your Zimbrick Sprinter at Zimbrick European at Rimrock Road and the Beltline, or go online at ZimbrickEuropean.com because they never charge over the MSRP.
Your warehouse concrete floors see a lot of traffic. Uneven, sinking, or cracked concrete can pose a serious threat to any business operation. From trip hazards to cracked foundations, sinking concrete can keep any business owner up at night. Concrete Lifting Technologies is here to help. Concrete Lifting Technologies can even out that concrete floor to prevent these hazards. They can level your warehouse floor within a few hours and don't even need to shut down your operations. Visit itaintmudjack.com to get a free quote today. That's itaintmudjack.com.
Ho-Chunk Gaming Madison, home of the Big Win and Madison Casino Guru, is transforming guests into winners. Making an ordinary day into a big win day is easy with a 95% average payout. And with over 140 daily jackpots, the number of people winning has never been bigger. So what are you waiting for? Escape to Ho-Chunk Gaming Madison for your next big win.
Ho-Chunk Gaming Madison.
Ready for a golf adventure? Discover Prairie Pines Golf Club, just outside of Madison in Sun Prairie. This is Sarah Tauscher. Whether you're a seasoned pro or just starting out, the stunning 18-hole course at Prairie Pines offers the perfect challenge for every skill level. Go experience their newly renovated front nine. It's better than ever. Grab your clubs, bring your friends, and tee off in style. Book your tee time now at prairiepinesgolfclub.com. That's prairiepinesgolfclub.com. Prairie Athletic Club, family fun community.
Business owners, athletic directors, and coaches, huddle up. Chesman Lucy here. Did you know that you can outfit your business or school in Iron Jock apparel? Premium gear infused with world-class silver ion technology for permanent odor protection at a wholesale price that no one else can touch. Anti-static, 4-way stretch, wicking, cooling, and Iron Jock doesn't sell cheap cottons that shrink and fade. You'll love it. Get started at ironjock.com and click on Order My Gear. That's ironjoc.com. Order My Gear.
Get more per pour at the Great Dane Pub and Brewing Company. Great Dane Pub and Brewing Company is a Madison original, brewing award-winning craft beers for 30 years. And now, it's time for their bigger and better happy hour. Every Monday through Thursday from 3 until 6 p.m., enjoy 20-ounce pints of the Great Dane's flagship beers for only $3. From Crop Circle Wheat to the Old Glory APA. Head to one of their 4 locations, downtown, Hilldale, Fitchburg, and East Madison. Great Dane Pub and Brewing Company, Madison's original brew pub since 1994.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, brought to you by Bud Light, the official beer of the NFL, on 100.5 ESPN, the ESPN Madison YouTube channel, and Wisconsin On Demand.
Tell me lies, tell me sweet little lies. Tell me lies.
On YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee and at ESPN Madison, you'll see Alex Strofe throughout the show putting out our videos of us sliding down Bernie's Slide in Bernie's Chalet. We're sliding into the playoffs hopefully tonight. While Brad and I are in attendance, I'm sure we'll meet up and not hang out without Kyle Wallace.
Yeah, maybe you and I have a
carbless. I got other plans anyways. I'm excited.
Oh, yeah? It didn't really feel like that when you were crying last segment.
I like being asked, and also I like free food. That was the most.
So it's not even about us.
Seriously,
it's always about the free food.
Sure is. It wasn't about y'all. It's about the fact I wanted the free food. I ain't gonna lie to you. I don't want to hang out with y'all. Because matter of fact, I wouldn't want to leave. Man. Get there at 6:45 or 6:40, and then leave by 8 o'clock at earliest. Not because I don't want to love the Brewers. I just rather watch the Brewers in my own comfort of my own home.
Do you value?
That's exactly why I'm never inviting.
Do you value free food more than you value Ben and I?
Oh, is that a question?
Oh,
Yes.
See, exactly. This is exactly why we cannot.
If you invited me to your home just to hang out, I would be hesitant. But you say, yeah, we're having a cookout. Well, I guess I'll go all the way out to Lake Country for the cookout.
Priorities are certainly jacked up right there.
Yum, got my money first.
We'll get a poll up on Twitter at KBN ESPN. Which would be more impressive, Pat Murphy winning the division in year one as the Brewers manager or Matt LaFleur regaining the crown of NFC North champion for the Green Bay Packers? Because we have talked a little bit about this amongst each other, but because it's been such a dominant run for Craig Counsell winning the division, now playoff record is a different story. The ownership that the Green Bay Packers have had over the last 20 years of the NFC North, right? For the most part, they have been kings of the North. And last year, the Detroit Lions not only won the division, went further than the Green Bay Packers into the NFC Championship game. So I want to know at 800-990-3776, which would be more impressive? Pat Murphy's team winning the division or Matt LaFleur's team with already an obstacle regaining the top spot in the division in the NFC North?
Oh, it's the Brewers. The Brewers and Pat Murphy and this young team winning the division when they do it, not if they do it, when they do it, will be more impressive than if the Green Bay Packers do it throughout their season. Now, I know the Packers have a big challenge with getting over the Lions, who is a Super Bowl favorite among some, but what the Milwaukee Brewers have done this year is something nothing short of incredible. I just looked it up. The payroll for the MLB, right? They are 23rd of 30 in payroll when it comes to actually playing their guys. They lost their star-studded, quote-unquote, great manager in the offseason, choose to go to your bitter rival, and you got a guy that's never managed a football team in his life, as far as like the head manager in Pat Murphy. You lost your MVP in Christian Yelich midway through the year, who was playing at MVP-type levels. You lose a starting pitcher in Woodruff. You lost Devin Williams for a long time. This is a young team. And they just went ahead and said, okay, cool, we'll compete with the best record, not only in the NL, but in the major leagues. So what they did is absolutely unbelievable, completely unexpected. It'll top anything that the Packers do all year. The only thing that would be more impressive is if the Packers win the Super Bowl. Even getting to the Super Bowl for the Packers is not as impressive as the Brewers winning the division this year. Everything was stacked against them, but they rose to the occasion, and they are doing it with a smile on their face the whole way. So Milwaukee Brewers, cheers to you, and that is more impressive than the Packers winning the division.
I mean, expectations coming into this year was that this was going to be a rebuilding year for the Milwaukee Brewers. They're basically, last year we had these expectations for the Packers, and now it fell onto the Milwaukee Brewers. When will we learn never to have low expectations for our professional sports teams here in Wisconsin? Because they will prove to us that they are going to achieve higher than what our expectations are. So clearly with this one, this season, it's the Milwaukee Brewers. The Milwaukee Brewers lost their manager, and though I'm not very happy with Craig Counsell, or Counsell has been called him, Craig Counsell was a very good manager that changed this organization and changed this franchise as well. And then on top of that, Corbin Burns, you lost him, a Cy Young Award winner. He's gone. You talked about
He's been really bad the last month and a half.
I mean, he started off strong with the Orioles.
He did.
On top of that, for the Brewers, he was good with the Brewers. But then on top of that, you talked about losing Woodruff as well. The Brewers have lost a lot of different guys. Devin Williams being missing for the season. Freddie Peralta not being the guy that you thought. Who would have thought Tobias Myers? Y'all didn't know who Tobias was at this time last year.
Sure didn't.
Matter of fact, we didn't know who Tobias was when you played the game with Brad. Name that Brewer. Remember that?
Oh, that's right.
I think he might have been on that list. But I didn't know who that was. We didn't know who Tobias Myers was on this team, right? And so seeing the Brewers being able to overcome, and not just overcome to make a wild card, but really overcome to run away with the division and compete with teams like the Phillies, compete with teams like the Diamondbacks, who are hot right now. Go toe-to-toe with the LA Dodgers, to be able to be so successful in year one with one of the youngest rosters in Major League Baseball when you were expected to be at the bottom of the division. It just shows you how impressive that this is. And so the Brewers winning the NL Central this year is extremely impressive, and it bodes well for the future for us. But it is obviously, clearly the Milwaukee Brewers.
800-990-3776. What would be more impressive, Murphy winning the division in year one or LaFleur regaining the crown of NFC North title this year? I hear you guys, and I understand what the odds were for the Brewers. And look, they've won and made it to the playoffs 5 of the last 6 years. Although Pat Murphy was not the manager, let's be honest, he was a part of all of that. So he deserves credit. He's going to be NL Manager of the Year. He is the odds-on favorite to do that. But
I should have put money on that. I probably would have won a lot of buku money.
yeah, well,
Yeah, but you didn't see that coming.
yeah, it's obvious. You know what? I wish last night I would have played the Atlanta Falcons money line. I'd be rich.
Oh, was it that wide?
No, it's just they won. They were underdogs
it's
and
very
won.
clear in retrospect.
Yes, thank you, Brad. Didn't know we had to continue to spell it out to Kyle here. I think it'd be more impressive for the Packers because when you look at it, this is the second year in a row that they are the youngest team in the NFL again, right? Retooling with a new defensive scheme, right? Not even the favorite to win the division when you normally are typically the favorite, right? Everyone talking about what the Bears can be. The Vikings are 2-0. The Lions are looking and 1-1, and you're still 1-1 right there, and you've already won a game without Jordan Love. So you can make arguments about like the pieces that the Brewers have lost. Fair or unfair, it's just become an expectation, and it's unfair because what they do is great, and I appreciate the hell of every single Brewers player that stepped up in Jackson Chourio having 21 homers. You know, like that's insane when you think about how his season started. Each month his OPS has gotten better, and I'm not talking OPS. That is just nerdy Ben of loving baseball. But my point is, you have a team that dominated the North, right? This team was only 9-8 last year. 9-8. Was it impressive how they came back and made the playoffs? Yes. But it's not a lock for this team to win the division.
Oh, stop it.
It's not a lock. You think it's a lock?
Certainly not a lock.
I'm not a
You
lock.
think it's a lock?
The Lions
I
should
put my
win
money
it.
where my mouth was for one of my bets that I had at Pato, where it was rush for 1,000 yards it was throw for 8.5 touchdown passes.
29.5 because you needed 30.
Thank you.
I know your bet's better than you.
You sure do. In the Packers winning the NL, my goodness. The Packers winning the Central Divisions, the NFC North. My gosh.
Oh, my God. You know, mic off. Take a breather.
Yeah.
We're talking about
His
the
heart's still beating
NL.
from the slide.
It is
The NL Central and the NFC North.
It used to be the Central Division in the NFC. Maybe I'm going back to 1998. But no,
The Brewers are also, they're not in the AL anymore. I just want to clear that up in your head.
Thank you. White Sox aren't our rival like that anymore. But no, it's pretty obvious. When you look at the Green Bay Packers going into the season, the expectation was that they can actually compete to be with the Lions to win the NFC North. We actually believe that could happen. So if they were to win the NFC North, we wouldn't be sitting here astonished like, wow, what a feat. The Green Bay Packers won the NFC North, whereas with the Milwaukee Brewers, this has been a miracle season. Not a miracle season, but a season that nobody expected from the Milwaukee Brewers whatsoever. Even when they started off high, everybody was waiting for the drop-off, waiting for the fall-off, waiting for the moment that the Brewers would kind of come back down. But they have overcome that, and they have continued to climb and have played very well in these last couple games as well for the Brewers. And so for me, you can say the Packers all you want, but you don't believe that.
No, I do, because they got knocked off of it. And when you get knocked off of it, you got to regain that. And knowing that there's as many teams that make the NFL playoffs as there is, they've added wild card teams, but the feat to win the division is something that, again, like the Cardinals were horrible. The Cubs were horrible. The division stinks, right? The division has stunk. So whether you're a little bit of Monday morning quarterback from a baseball standpoint of saying like, hey, here we are. But at the same time, it's the same guys that have been a part of this that have grown with what the team was last year. You name it. Terang took a next step. Alex Stroh's love of the Brewers might be one of the best right fielders in terms of a defensive player in baseball, making unbelievable catches. Jackson Chourio, right? William Contreras has been a stud. Willie Adames is the RBI and 3-run home run king.
You didn't even say his name.
Sal Frelick, sorry.
Salvatore
Frelick. Again, back under the bullpen. Always something that the Brewers figure out. Like, again, it's been something that the odds may have been different, but the results are being shown as the same thing that we've grown accustomed to. The Packers have a challenge here. A bigger challenge than what the Brewers have been presented throughout the entire season. I mean, you could argue that the injuries are a great accomplishment, but it's still the way the Brewers have played baseball over the last 7 years. And that's why they're going to make the playoffs 6 of the last 7 years.
But you can't discount how young these guys are and using.
What about the Packers? They're just as young.
Oh, stop it. Tell them, Brad.
But they did the same thing last year with a lot of the same people, right? This year, you lost Woodruff, you lost your MVP in Christian Yelich, and not to mention this everything's stacked against you with how little you can do from a payroll standpoint. So the Milwaukee Brewers, any year they make the playoffs, regardless who's on the team, should be considered as an unbelievable feat, just given how much is stacked against them from a payroll standpoint. This would be like the Packers in losing Yelich, losing Woodruff, losing Love and Rashawn Gary, and still going through and making and winning the division. Now that would be impressive.
We thought Rashawn Gary was going to be the closer.
Yeah, I was trying to figure out who would be like the Woodruff.
Yeah, unfortunately,
Jair. So it's more impressive to me for the Brewers to do it.
800-990-3776. That's the phone number to get into the show. Sheila chimes in. The Brewers winning is extremely impressive, but I've never doubted Murphy. People needed to keep that in mind that Murph was Greg Clounsel's coach and mentor. The amazing part to me was the roster he did it with and the inexperience of the guys. That's from Sheila.
Hey, I love me some Sheila. You know
Well
why?
said, Sheila.
Sheila. The way she said Craig Clounsel, oh, my gosh. She know how to do it.
Sell out.
I like her.
Zoolander reference there. Probably don't know Zoolander.
I know Zoolander.
Ben Stiller, I've seen, clips.
It's a great movie. We need to educate you more on movies. It's a big gap.
Wait a minute. Do I only what?
Like watch clips and not watch full movies? What'd you think I was going to say? Why'd you all come back?
That's so Gen Z to just watch clips.
I watch more than clips, but it's just with Zoolander, I just never seen the whole movie. I was so young, it really didn't make me want to watch it.
What did you watch growing up?
We have more important things to do.
Okay, fair.
Alex Strofe, I'm very excited for this because you and I discussed that on Wilde and Tausch today. We did know that Jesse Nelson, for a second straight day, left that show so he could slide down Bernie's slide today with all of us. And that led Ryan Wollersheim, the producer of Jim, Matt, and Molly, in Jesse's seat for Wilde and Tausch. Now, we're going to come back, and we need KBN Nation's help because we have a Ryan Wollersheim that is a solo bolo, single man with 2 tickets, but only going by himself. Is it to the game tonight? Phillies Brewers. Ryan Wollersheim. What do we got?
No, Badgers volleyball game.
Okay, Badgers volleyball game. So Madison audience, or if you know somebody in the Milwaukee area that is in Madison that could be eligible for Ryan Wollersheim, we need your help because this man needs a lot of help next.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN.
I'm a seam head now. You can call me whatever you want.
Seam head?
I don't even know what that is. You have to
That means
explain
I'm
it
a
to me.
baseball dork. All I do is sit and watch MLB Big Inning at night.
Head.
I've never heard that before.
This is because you're not a seam head.
On ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
Warning, the following ZipRecruiter radio spot you are about to hear is going to be filled with F words.
When you're hiring, we at ZipRecruiter know you can feel frustrated, forlorn even, like your efforts are futile, and you can spend a fortune trying to find fabulous people, only to get flooded with candidates who are just fine. Fortunately, ZipRecruiter figured out how to fix all of that. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. With ZipRecruiter, you can forget your frustrations because we find the right people for your roles fast, which is our absolute favorite F word. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day.
Fantastic.
So, whether you need to hire 4, 40, or 400 people, get ready to meet first-rate talent. Just go to ZipRecruiter.com/free to try ZipRecruiter for free. Don't forget, that's ZipRecruiter.com/free. Finally, that's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
They treated me like family. They're actually people that you can depend on.
They made me feel seen. They really treated me like I was a part of their family, a part of their team.
They ask how you're doing, how you're feeling.
They're just so welcoming and so sweet and kind.
It's like family, caring about another member of the family.
If you've been injured, it costs you nothing to see if Gruber Law Offices can help.
Hi, I'm Madison Money Guy, Christian Finfrock with Retirement Income Strategies. And what sets us apart is we're an independent, family-run office. We help clients like you understand the financial world and build a portfolio that's in your best interest. To learn more, go to MadisonMoneyGuy.com.
ESPN Wisconsin's Mark Tosher here for my friends at Kohler Services. If you need a bath or shower remodel, turn to Kohler Services. Family-owned business for 150 years, Kohler is your Wisconsin manufacturer providing care for life. And this month only, get $1,000 off and 0% interest for 12 months on your Lugstone shower remodel. Visit KohlerServicesWI.com to request your free quote with fast, professional installation always included. That's KohlerServicesWI.com.
You're probably being overwhelmed with information about semaglutide, the game-changing FDA-approved weight loss treatment. Jim Rutledge here. I was like you. I didn't know what it was until I saw Dr. Nestor Rodriguez at Carbon World Health. He can walk you through the benefits. He can tell you if it's right for you, and then you could come up with a plan to change your life with a workout plan and semaglutide. With that plan, I dropped from 20% body fat to 10% body fat, and I dropped over 20 pounds of fat and kept my muscle. You can do the same thing. Go see Dr. Nestor Rodriguez at Carbon World Health.
Condon Jewelers, the jeweler on the east side, the jeweler on your side. When you see Diamond Jim, you can count on him to be on your side. Selection beyond compare with on-site repair, so you can wear your jewelry with pride. Condon Jewelers, the jeweler on the east side, the jeweler on your side.
Breaking news on ESPN Madison is presented by Metro Kia of Madison, Madison's trusted Kia dealer. Stop into Metro Kia on the east side of Madison or visit metrokiaofmadison.com.
The 2024 Putts for Pups golf outing, with proceeds benefiting the Dane County Humane Society, is back and bigger than ever. Presented by Bruner Realty and ESPN Madison and hosted at Blackhawk Country Club, Putts for Pups is a great day of golf aimed at raising money for an even greater cause. Last year's event raised over $32,000 for DCHS. Donate or find out how you can get involved at puttsforpups.com. That's puttsforpups.com. Putts for Pups is proudly sponsored by Avid Plumbing.
This is Kyle Brust and Nortman, KBN, on ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
I've been really trying, baby.
It's Ben Brust alongside Brad Nortman and Kyle Wallace. You, KBN Nation, at 800-990-3776. Alex Strofe running the show, and out in Madison, running the show today at the Everlate Solar ESPN Madison Studios is one Ryan Wollersheim. Ryan, how are you today, man?
I'm doing well. Ben, how are you? I didn't get the chance to slide down Bernie's slide like apparently the rest of ESPN Wisconsin did today, but I'm doing okay.
Well, that's because you had to cover for Jesse Nelson because he gets to do whatever he wants, and you have to pick up the pieces.
Correct.
So let me get this straight here. How long have you been a single man?
Well, I was born in 1999.
Dang.
Been about since high school was the last time I was in a true relationship.
How old are you?
I'm 25, turned 25 in August.
Dang! I mean, is this by choice?
Dang, Kyle.
No, I'm asking a question.
Seriously.
I've been told I am too picky. I've had, like romantic flings, but never true relationships.
Prospects.
Romantic flings.
Now,
That sounds good to me.
do you
Few
get cold
singles.
feet when things get serious?
Sometimes. There have been moments when that's happened, yeah. There have been some other, bad relationships, left some sour taste in my mouth, made me want to stay away from the game for a while.
wow.
So,
Alex,
do you
hang
have
up
a
the
type?
bat, hang up the cleats. Not a type.
Hang up the cleats.
Hang up the cleats. I brought him back down. We're still in the game and just, kind of in a slump.
Wow. I should hope so. Don't hang him up.
But not a type per se. Just looking for somebody who is right for me.
Do you have any familial issues that have maybe tainted your view of relationships, like Alex Strofe and I with our divorced parents?
Definitely not to that extent. No. I've had some relationships that were specifically bad and toxic myself. Cool, thank you. It was really cool at the time. Yeah, it was really cool, really sad.
8 years ago?
Yeah, 8 years ago, exactly. But
you have questions, Kyle?
I'm just so fascinated by, Wooly, I don't know you, but I know you enough. When you say toxic, because when I imagine men who date toxic women, I don't imagine you, right? I don't imagine. I'm just saying, I don't imagine you. When you say toxic, You talking to a brother who got his car keyed, right? Or car key, yeah. What's toxic to you?
In college, my friend's nickname for me was like the sewage monster, because that's the type of women I apparently attracted or was attracted to.
So you like the bad girls?
No, not bad girls. More just like want to kind of ruin your life, girls.
You sound so sad and
So
defeated.
defeated.
Can we help him?
You know what's going to get him a date, fellas?
All right.
This. Yeah, this is going to get him a date. You guys are doing a great job.
Yeah, no, I mean, we need people to understand who he is, right? In order to play matchmaker, we need to figure out who he is. And the way I look at him is a 6 foot tall, 180-pound, handsome-ish man. But we all have baggage, right? And so whoever he's going to date's going to have baggage, and we just got to get them together. Tonight, you have 2 tickets to the Wisconsin Marquette volleyball game.
Correct.
You are going by yourself. right?
Currently
And you're-
going by myself. Let me explain. I was not initially planning to go by myself. I asked somebody else. Turns out they're actually already going to the game, so I will see them there.
What's his name? Who she going with?
It's him. He actually just got engaged, so he's off the market, unfortunately. But it turns out that he's going through his work as well. So I'll see him there, but my actual seats will be 2 lonely seats with me probably sitting right on the the edge of the aisle. But anyways, I am looking for somebody else if they're interested to go tonight. Yes, though Ben, I will say your stats for me. Completely inaccurate, by the way.
Yeah, I was dude, I'm trying to help you. Don't out yourself.
Whoa.
Hang on. Let's give him the floor again. You have do you have the Are You Smarter Than Ben Brust timer strophe handy? Is that handy? We're going to give you is it a 90-second timer? You have 90
It's a long
seconds. I know it's a long time, but for KBN Nation at 800-990-3776. After you hear these 90 seconds, if you would like us to pass along any information to Ryan Wollersheim to potentially bring a date or a friend or someone to companion him at the Wisconsin volleyball game, please reach out to us after these 90 seconds.
So you just asked me to give the pitch right now?
Give me
Is
the
that what
pitch, baby.
The pitch?
Give me the pitch.
Okay, not 6 foot, 6'1", actually. Not 180 pounds,
Hey.
170 pounds. Yeah, looking at my high school roster from back in the day, Ben. But I'm a single man, gainfully employed. I have very little time for fun, activities outside of work. My work is my life to some extent, though I appreciate it.
You're the problem.
I'm the problem.
Cut it. Pause,
This is not helping your case.
Pause.
I won't
Are
be
you
able to spend
trying
time
to
with
date,
you.
or are you trying to stay single forever like the 40-year-old virgin?
You gave me 15 seconds, Ben. I'm trying. I'm going
know,
off the
but
top of my dome.
You're already sabotaging yourself.
You said what woman or whoever, what person wants to hang out with somebody that says, I don't have time for fun. Well, what the hell I'm going to do with you then?
Work is my
Work?
life?
Come on now.
Work
How
is
she
fun,
supposed to
though.
fit
That's
in-
the good part. Work is
You
fun.
can't have fun with her at work.
How is she supposed to fit into that life if work is everything?
It's not everything. I mean, I didn't go down the slide today, so I could stay back here and work.
So Ryan, I just want you to know, I'm going to give you some more time here. You have to make yourself sound appealing. What I've learned is that you have to be willing to make time for people that you care about, right? Priorities change when you find the twinkle in the eye. So the timer is back on for 60 seconds. Please do a better job, because KBN Nation is not.
I believe in you, Ryan.
Is
You
not
got this.
not taking the bait for you, buddy.
Where's my timer?
Timer.
He says, where's my time?
All right, let me rephrase. All right, I am a gainfully employed, very skilled producer of ESPN Wisconsin. It means I know how to build and maintain relationships with my hosts, with guests, with a whole family of fans, and I can do that for you and for us. If you simply go to the game with me tonight, it's your in. It's the intro sequence. This is the first segment of what could be a very beautiful show/relationship that could build out across an entire football season, could build out across an entire lifetime. Simply, if Ben would stop talking back to Strofe in my backswing, distracting me here on the YouTube stream. But simply give me a chance. Like I said, 6'1", 170 pounds, not 6 foot, 180, if that makes any difference. And We will go to the game together tonight. We'll go to many games together in the future. I enjoy going to sporting events. As I said, that is my life. And I'll get plenty of free tickets for you. Whatever you need, whatever you want. I'm here to be your producer. All right, that's what I can offer any lady who would like to go with me. Anyone really who would like to go with me to the game tonight.
You got 20 seconds.
20 seconds?
No.
That's not true. You started the timer again. All right, well, we'll keep going. This is just like my SportsCenter updates. But anyways, the Badgers, I mean, they're the number 7th ranked team in the ABCA volleyball ranking set. It's a big game, in-state rivalry. There's a lot to be had.
You're going to be single for the rest of your life.
It felt like a job interview.
How many dates?
I can produce. I'm a great producer.
For real, like who says that?
I can produce this relationship.
Be your producer.
You can use that line, but this ain't the moment to use the line to be somebody's producer.
I was given very little time to prepare. I was given no heads up this was coming today.
Come on, you should have some type of.
You got to have an elevator speech ready to go.
Listen, I'm gonna be honest with you, man. Like,
you're hopeless.
Yeah, when you go on these first dates. Wally, you sound boring.
Doesn't he got a little serial killer vibe to him?
No, nobody wants to date somebody that loves work like that talks about it like that. Like, you should talk about it a little bit, but you need to say, I come from a great family. I'm really ambitious. Right now I'm a producer, but one day I want to be so much more. I love what I do with life. I love to travel. I love to do, say something. My goodness.
Did you get all that from Pinterest? Where'd you get those talking points?
He's been in a committed relationship, real rich from the guy who hasn't been in a relationship in high school to talk back to us.
Those just seem like so generic. I'm trying to be specific. I'm trying to make it about me.
Kyle, we're dealing with an underdog right now in Ryan Wollersheim. So please tell us about the real underdog.
Well, if Ryan was playing underdog with relationships, he would lose every single time. But luckily, you ain't Ryan, and you can win playing underdog. I'm telling y'all this last night. Oh, my goodness. That Eagles game versus Falcons. I was literally up until the final play. You might ask why. Because I was playing the Underdog Fantasy Sports app. And in Underdog, I had 3 picks that I played today. And with yesterday, and I select higher or lower on different player stats. And one of the stats I selected was lower than 30 passes for Jalen Hurts. And guess what? That last pass of the game was number 30. So your boy won his money. You can have that much excitement while playing Underdog Fantasy Sports app as well, just like me, by simply downloading it today. It is so easy. It is so fun as well. So go to UnderdogFantasy.com or download their easy-to-use mobile app and sign up using promo code KBN. That is promo code KBN, and Underdog will give you a free pick to use on your first cash pick'em entry, plus up to $1,000 in bonus cash when you deposit. That's Underdog Fantasy, promo code KBN to claim your new customer special of a free pick on your first deposit. That's how I felt last night. I was barking up and down that house after I won that money yesterday on Underdog Fantasy, and you can feel the exact same way as well. And remember, must be 18 plus and present in the state where Underdog Fantasy operates. Terms apply. Concern with your play. Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit ncpgambling.org. Underdog Fantasy, baby.
Ryan Wollersheim, I think you need to just run the board and maybe take a breather. Nobody has offered anyone to go with you to the game, and God have mercy on your soul. Mark Tauscher joins us next.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN.
Let them know the dread-headed brother loves the Green Bay Packers. When you see me, Goody, let me in the box.
On ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
Rah. Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin present your Badger Minute. Here's Alex Strofe.
Varsity on Wisconsin On Demand is home to all the latest and best Badgers content on ESPN Wisconsin. Subscribe on Apple, Spotify, Wisconsin On Demand, and wherever you get your podcasts.
With your Badger Minute, I'm Riley Yauk. Barry Alvarez appeared on the Great Dane Huddle Monday evening and had a sharp critique of the Badgers' performance against Alabama.
Very disappointed in how we competed. I thought we could have a competitive game and make it a game, but we didn't compete. I didn't feel like we competed. We made it really easy for Alabama. You know, the first fumble, you're going to have fumbles, but we're moving the ball. We miss an easy field goal. You can't do that. You got to play. You got to play at your best.
Get as low as $18 per window and $81 per patio door per month at Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Offer on September 30th, so visit PellaWI.com today.
It's just been announced. 2.99% APR on new 2024 Audi Q5s. Audi Madison has 15 new Q5s ready to drive home today, or check out the all-electric Audi models. You can save $7,500 on select Audi EVs with the AFS EV lease bonus. See dealer for details. Eligibility is subject to credit approval through Audi Financial Services. Cannot be combined with National Customer Credit. Offer ends September 30th, 2024. Stop in and test drive today. Check out the website to see current qualifying inventory. Start your adventure at Audi Madison today, off the Beltline and Rimrock Road.
I'd rather ride a bike with my kids.
Faster! I'd rather play catch with my dog than catch pneumococcal pneumonia.
Ask your doctor or pharmacist about Prevnar 20 pneumococcal 20-valent conjugate vaccine, a Pfizer vaccine that can help protect against pneumococcal pneumonia in just one dose. If you are 19 or older with certain chronic conditions like heart disease or asthma, you are at increased risk for pneumococcal pneumonia. Prevnar 20 is approved for adults to help prevent infections from 20 strains of the bacteria that cause pneumococcal pneumonia. Continued approval may depend on a supportive study. Don't get Prevnar 20 if you've had a severe allergic reaction to the vaccine or its ingredients. Adults with weakened immune systems may have a lower response to the vaccine. Side effects include pain and swelling at the injection site, fatigue, headache, muscle, and joint pain. For full prescribing information, please call 1-855-213-2138 or visit Prevnar20.com.
I'd rather race for some ice cream. Let's go.
Schedule your vaccination today at Prevnar20.com.
Gold medalist and ESPN Madison foodie Matt Hamilton here. Come join Jim, Matt, and Molly for our live remote broadcast at Metcalf's Market in Hilldale on Friday, September 20th from 4 to 6 p.m. As a proud Wisconsinite, you know I support local, and it doesn't get more local than fourth-generation, family-operated Metcalf's Market. It's the best place to shop for me and my family, and it can be for you too. See me and the whole team, Jim, Matt, and Molly, on September 20th at Metcalf's in Hilldale from 4 to 6 p.m. Metcalf's Market. Bring local home.
Forward Madison FC's professional soccer season is underway, and they want you to pack out Breeze Stevens Field. Need a night out with the whole family? Try the Forward Madison Family Special presented by MG&E. Score a ticket to the match, a meal, and an FMFC scarf, all for just $25 per person. Visit ForwardMadisonFC.com to purchase your tickets today. That's ForwardMadisonFC.com. Forward Madison, fun for all.
Starion Bank redefines local banking in Madison. As a community bank with a commitment to Dane County, experience a banking relationship where your goals are our priority. Enjoy competitive deposit and loan rates and a partnership that thrives on local engagement and support. Starion Bank is more than a full-service financial institution. It's a community pillar dedicated to your prosperity. Visit one of our convenient branches in Middleton, Monona, or Sun Prairie. Starion Bank, offering banking, lending, mortgage, and cash management.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, brought to you by Bud Light, the official beer of the NFL, on 100.5 ESPN, the ESPN Madison YouTube channel, and Wisconsin On Demand.
Ben Brust, Kyle Wallace, Brad Nortman, Alex Strofe running the show. Our hopeless romantic without any chance at love, Ryan Wollersheim, back at the ESPN Madison Everlight Solar ESPN Madison studios. And joining us now, I'm Kyle Brust Nortman, is the Packers Hall of Famer. His name is Mark Tauscher. What's up, old T?
Good afternoon, boys. How are you?
Doing well. Brad's still trying to recover after hearing Ryan Wollersheim give his pitch to anyone out there who would like to accompany him at a Badger volleyball game.
Is he having any luck? Or
Oh, it got worse.
Slim pickings?
Oh, you didn't hear the last
Ooh,
segment.
what happened?
We gave him the floor, and he pooped himself.
He said he
Does he
works
have
as a
anyone that
producer.
wants to go? Does he have anybody that has volunteered to go to the game with him yet?
No, he's going solo. There's no doubt about it.
I wouldn't go to the game with him after that pitch.
Dang. Even as good a teammate as you are, Kyle, you're not doing it?
He sounds boring.
Tausch. He was, it was bad. It was bad. He said, I'm a producer. I throw my life into work, so I don't have time for fun. Why would I want to spend any time with somebody that tells me up front, I'm not going to be fun?
It's not a great pitch. I missed it, but it doesn't sound great.
I will say,
hey, Wooly, did Tausch miss anything, bud?
Tausch, you didn't. It's gotten worse. It's gotten worse since 11:45.
I love that you're putting yourself out there. Hey, part of this is the first step. You're putting yourself out there.
It's growth. It's growth.
I will say, so after Wisconsin College game day, went in, sat in the press box with,
Cool.
with Jesse Nelson
Cool.
and Ryan Wollersheim to watch the Badger-Bama game. Only watched a half, then had to go to postgame. He was insightful. So if you want someone that's insightful,
Brad,
ladies,
shut up.
he's insightful.
Yeah,
he had good
he's a lost
commentary. I
cause.
was
You're
like,
such a
okay,
nice
Wooly, that's a
guy.
good
I
point.
get it. I get it. Someone's got to stick up
He's
for him.
insightful.
Taushi, who's been the most impactful free agent thus far? Xavier McKinney or Josh Jacobs?
Not Ryan Wollersheim.
Yeah, I think as we sit here 2 games in, it's Josh Jacobs because, I mean, you look at how that last game played out and the fact that he had 32 carries, he had that amount of yards, and you look at 39 carries as the all-time record for the Packers franchise. I don't know. I mean, Aaron Jones is a great back here. I don't know if he's doing that. There was never a game he had that many carries. And to do it in the physical way that he did it, I think Green Bay didn't win that game without Josh Jacobs on Sunday. So, from an impact standpoint, obviously X is having a great start, 2 picks, no doubt about it. And I think he, at the end of the season, if the defense continues and he plays this well, I'll probably change my answer. But through 2 weeks, just because how vital he was to get the first win of the season with Jordan Love being out, I'm going to go Josh Jacobs.
Tausch, what Matt LaFleur did.
That was a long pause. I was expecting someone to say, "Well, you're crazy." Oh, but no.
A little communication off air, real quick there. But
Okay.
So
about Ryan Wollersheim.
Yeah. Matt LaFleur, his game plan was absolutely masterful. Masterful on Sunday.
Beautiful.
How hard is it going to be, though, to replicate something like that now that it's on film for the Tennessee Titans to see?
Well, I mean, I don't think you're going to see the same production, but I don't think you're going to need to. You have to understand, and Matt LaFleur is what I think he's figuring out, and hopefully this is going to be a formula, is you have to figure out what is it going to take to win. And Tennessee's offense is worse than Indy's. They've turned it over more. So do you need to be as productive? And what we're all forgetting about is we've handed 7 points away by not scoring and fumbling on the one. So the game looks a whole lot different with what we saw. And I think Malik Willis, the key thing is, as a professional athlete, is to have some confidence. I think last week he probably went in there along with Matt LaFleur and everybody else on the team is kind of like, I don't really know what we're getting. I'm going to keep the ball out of his hands. I'm not going to do this. My guess is you're going to see the way he threw that one up to Dobbs. If teams are going to stack the box, which Indianapolis should have done earlier, and I'm sure Tennessee will do this week, you're going to have one-on-one on the outside. And we saw Romeo make a play. We saw him on a couple of different occasions. So you don't need to be Brett Favre, Aaron Rodgers, Jordan Love. You don't need to beat Tennessee. You're not going to need that. Don't be dumb with the football. Be protective of it. Play a conservative game plan. Make a few plays when they're called upon. And do your thing and expect your defense. If your defense gives 20-plus to Will Levis, you don't deserve to win. So that's, I'm sure, how Matt LaFleur is looking at this. If Jordan Love can't play, I don't think you're going to see a ton. You'll see some different formations and some different kind of trinkets off of that. But I just don't envision them opening it up and saying, we got to score 30 points. It's going to be the same type of formula to beat a Tennessee team that's not very good.
Talking with Packers Hall of Famer Mark Tauscher here on Kyle Brust-Nortman across ESPN Wisconsin.
You sound very confident all of a sudden in Malik Willis. Not saying you didn't believe in Malik last week. But
No. Let me. I'm going to, Kyle, I'll cut you off quick. I'm not overly confident in Malik Willis. Like, I thought he played exactly how that was as easy of a game plan. You're talking 12 of 14, but bubble screens, swing passes. I don't want this game to be on Malik Willis. If this game's on Malik Willis, Matt LaFleur's failed him. Okay?
Yeah.
So if he's playing again, he's going to do – I thought he did exactly what you were hoping for him to do. And by the way, that one throw off to the edge could have been a pick six. You didn't see a ton more of that. If you're going to throw the football, it's got to be super conservative, and then you're going to take your shots, do it one-on-one with some 50-50 balls that your wide receivers can make plays on.
I like that. Based off what you saw in week 2 overall in the NFL, we asked this question yesterday. Are the Packers a Super Bowl contender?
Yes. Absolutely they are.
Yeah, I mean, look, we're going to do this every –
Who's saying they're not?
These two bozos across from me?
We said not yet.
They said no.
Well,
not yet.
Nobody is other than Kansas City. I mean, we did that power rankings thing, and the fact that the Packers dropped 3 spots, after they won without their starting quarterback it just makes me not want to do power rankings anymore. It's just dumb. You know what I mean? So
yeah, that was crazy.
There's a bunch of teams. There's still a bunch of teams that have to prove themselves. Green Bay is one of them. But that was such an impressive win, guys. Like I hope everybody like takes that into account, because a few people, not a ton, oh, the offense didn't do much because they didn't have to.
Tosh, I never thought you'd get your feelings hurt by power rankings, but here we are.
Well, trust me, my feelings are. I just think it just made me reevaluate.
Buddy.
Well, because Ben, how can power rankings? It's been part of our Tuesday forever, and it usually gives you some insight into things. And this week was the first time that I can recall being like, this insight is really dumb, and I don't like this insight, so I'm not doing it. If this happens again, I will not do power rankings next week. If Green Bay beats Tennessee and they don't look, I will veto power rankings on the Jesse Nelson show sheet. If Green Bay beats Tennessee and it's a little bit ugly and Jordan doesn't play, but they find a way to win and they drop to 17, I'm banning power rankings for the rest of the season.
Mark it, send it to Jesse.
Tausch, before we let you go, you know that we did our whole ESPN Milwaukee slide into the postseason, growing down Bernie's slide.
Probably knows that because his producer's never on the show.
Exactly. Jesse Nelson was there. He was more than
I'm going to
thrilled.
leave early at the end of this week, so I'm going to. Did he bust his leg? Because we were all worried. He's not a great athlete. He looks fantastic. He's dropped a bunch of weight. He looks great.
I did notice
that. He's not
that.
an athlete, and yeah, he looks very thin.
Well, they coached you pretty hard on how to not get injured. So I don't believe we had any injuries.
He did not bust any. I don't want to spoiler alert our show tomorrow, although I'm pretty sure he's not going to be our producer tomorrow because he's got volleyball coverage tonight, the Marquette, Wisconsin game at the Kohl Center. Every time he does a post game, he doesn't work the next day, so I doubt he's working. But just in case, did he break anything?
We don't know, and we'll leave that up to you to find out.
Yeah, a little cliffhanger for you, and tune into Wildy and Tausch tomorrow at 9 a.m. to see. But it's a Wisconsin experience bucket list item, right? Going down Bernie's slide. Yep. Another one I would put in that category is the Lambeau Leap. Now, very few get that opportunity. Did you ever do the Lambeau Leap as a Packer player in a game?
Yeah, and it was fantastic. Yep, I did.
What was it like?
Yeah, it was great. You can. Why don't you YouTube it? It's a fantastic. You can see it.
Brad, you're so damn gullible, dude.
How is that gullible? I could see that being on YouTube.
There's no way Tausch did the Lambeau Leap.
What do you mean, Ben?
What do you mean?
Ben, just YouTube it.
Why would he not have done the Lambeau Leap?
I don't think his vertical. I mean,
you're calling him a liar?
I don't know. I know he's got good feet, but I don't know his vertical.
Hey, Ben, did you ever make a shot? I know you never talk about this. Did you ever make a shot against Michigan from almost half court?
Did you know I never talk about it? People are always bring it up, and at this point, there's about 30,000 people who have. It doesn't even have the Kohl Center capacity.
Literally on your screens. I'm pretty sure it's on your screensaver. I'm pretty sure that's probably like part of your bio.
Yeah. Yep. Without that shot, I wouldn't be sitting here today, Tausch. How about that?
That's true.
It's probably true.
I'll tell you this: it definitely helped you.
Yeah, I ain't mad about it. I'll say that.
You should be.
Did you Lambeau Leap?
YouTube it, Benny.
On my way to YouTube right now. That's Mark Tauscher, Packer Hall of Famer. We'll talk to him next week. Thanks, Tausch.
See you, boys.
Listen to him, Wildy and Tausch, 9 to noon across these very stations.
I know we're tight on time, but today I went to shake, when y'all shake up with people that I know, you shake up and you kind of put your fingers with their fingers.
You lock
dap up.
Yep.
I went to do that with Jesse, and that man gave me a firm-ass handshake.
Look at him.
I said, Jesse, I'm trying to show love. I'm not trying to shake your hand like that. He said, I'm a handshake guy. I said, okay.
I just looked up Tausch's Lambeau Leap. It's unbelievable. It's so good.
We'll have it
Who's
on.
gullible now, Ben?
Me.
It is so good.
Did they pyramid style him up there?
I'm going to finish it in the break.
Wow. I don't think you realize you don't have to jump like 8 feet off the ground to get up there.
I know, but he's an offensive lineman.
Yeah, offensive linemen do the Lambeau Leap all the time.
I know.
Watch a Packers game for once, would you?
Jeez, guys, settle down. Just because I was taking a little shot at Mark Tauscher didn't need Gen Z to get all mad back there.
Caller 10 so they can beat your ass.
That's now. We're going to sue your ass.
What is the record?
22, 20, and 3.
Okay, I still have 2 games. I'm getting nervous now. 800-990-3776. Caller 10, as Alex Drove said, to play me. And are you smarter than Ben Brust? There is something on the desk of Ben Brust that is saying, for Are You Smarter Than Ben Brust, if you call in from Milwaukee, is a $25 Pfister gift card. If you beat me, and in Madison is a $25 North and South seafood and smokehouse gift card. in Madison. 800-990-3776. Caller 10. 800-990-3776. That's next in 2 minutes. Don't go anywhere.
Tito's Handmade Vodka is America's original craft vodka. In 1995, Tito Beveridge built his very own distillery and put his life savings into it. Since then, he's won the unanimous Judge's Choice Double Gold Medal at the World Spirits Competition, the Chairman's Trophy for World's Best Vodka Tonic, and many others. Tito's Handmade Vodka is still made on the same land where he started it, all in Austin, Texas. Distilled from corn and gluten-free. Visit us at Tito'sVodka.com for recipes, videos, and more. Distilled and bottled in Austin, Texas. 40% alcohol by volume, namely 80 proof. Crafted to be savored responsibly.
Hey, this is former Badger Brad Norton.
It's a fake. Great call and great execution.
You're listening to a Good Karma Brands radio station, 100.5 ESPN, WTLX, Monona, Madison.
Broadcasting live from the Everlight Solar Studio, this is your Metro Kia of Madison Sports Center.
Good afternoon, Madison. I'm Ryan Wollersheim, and this is your SportsCenter update brought to you by The Jump Around, a brand new weekly digital show diving into all things Wisconsin Badgers. New episodes with hosts Jim Rutledge and Brad Norman debut Thursdays at 12:30, streaming exclusively on the ESPN Madison YouTube channel. And speaking of Badgers football, quarterback Tyler Van Dyke confirmed to be out with the season with a torn ACL, per reports from Colton Bartholomew of The Athletic yesterday, as well as ESPN's Pete Thamel. Head over to ESPNWisconsin.com for more coverage on Tyler Van Dyke's injury and the future of his career. But the future of Badgers football is coming up with quarterback Braden Locke taking the reins now. The Badgers have a bye week before heading out to USC for their conference opener on Saturday, September 28th. Should be Braden Locke under center for that one. Make sure to tune into the Jump Around this Thursday as Brad Norman and Jim Rutledge discuss that and more heading into during the Badgers bye week. Then Badgers volleyball, they're also back tonight. They're hosting Marquette at the Kohl Center Classic tonight. It's at 7 p.m. with pregame coverage beginning at 6:30 right here across ESPN Wisconsin. Early pregame coverage 6 to 6:30 with Jesse Nelson and Alex G. And you can go to the game with me, Primetime Wollersheim. One free ticket available.
Metro Kia of Madison, Madison's trusted Kia dealer. Stop into Metro Kia on the east side of Madison or MetroKiaofMadison.com.
Broadcasting live from the Everlight Solar Studios in Madison, this is Kyle Brust and Nortman, KBN. Sponsored by Bud Light, the official beer of the NFL. On ESPN Wisconsin, ESPN Madison on YouTube, and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
What a day. What a day it is today on KBN. We, as a unit, slid down Bernie's slide. Thank you to the Milwaukee Brewers. Sliding into the postseason. Woo! That was a thrill.
My crew, baby.
We're talking about Mark Tauscher doing the Lambeau Leap. I found it. 2005 against the Bears on Christmas Day.
Oh, what a Christmas gift that is.
Do yourself a Christmas gift would be watching it. Go KBN Nation, you got a minute. Go back and watch that. But in the spirit of celebration, right? Bernie slide, Lambeau Leap, those are celebratory type activities. We got to celebrate another Ben Brust loss in Are You Smarter Than Ben Brust, presented by Lakeland University. As Strofe said, Ben's record on the show, 22, 20, and 3. We're trying to get him to 500 as quickly as possible. And today, we have Travis in Tosa, who is going to take on Ben Brust. Travis, how are you feeling today? Are you confident that you will hand Ben Brust loss number 21?
Easy.
Easy.
Love it.
I love it. What more could you ask for? Well, Strofe, I mean, with that, let's just go ahead and spin it.
For those of you who say Ben Brust is an idiot, here's your chance to be proven right. It's time to play Are You Smarter Than Ben Brust?
That's right, it is Are You Smarter Than Ben Brust, presented by Lakeland University. 15 questions in 90 seconds to get as many answers correct as you can. You're allowed to say pass. We will come back to it if you get through the rest. If you beat Ben Brust, which me, Kyle, and Strofe, the conductor behind the whole questions is Alex Strofe, you will win a $25 gift card. Travis, any questions?
Nope.
All right, let's go ahead and do it. Ben is right behind me in the 3rd Street Market Hall. Let's go ahead and intimidate him with a great
He's a little
session.
close this week.
He's a little close. I'm going to shield my paper like I did in 2nd grade. All right, here we go. Let's get started in 3, 2, 1. What term refers to a specialized language by a particular group, often difficult for outsiders to understand?
Dialect.
Tito Jackson passed away this weekend. What band was he famously a part of?
Jackson 5.
What is the term for a word or phrase that reads the same backwards and forwards?
Oh. Palindrome.
Who is the ancient Greek philosopher who tutored Alexander the Great?
Aristotle.
What is the term for a word that imitates a sound associated with the object or action it refers to?
Onomatopoeia.
What is the term for an angle that is less than 90 degrees?
Short. I don't know.
In what continent is the Sahara Desert located?
Africa.
What element does K represent on the periodic table?
Potassium.
Who authored The Adventures of Tom Sawyer?
Mark Twain.
Who was the first president of the United States to reside in the White House?
Cleveland.
What is the largest continent by land area?
Africa.
What is the smallest unit of life?
I don't think that's right.
That's all right. What is the smallest
Europe.
unit of life?
Cell.
Okay. It's pretty good. Pretty good from Travis. That's a respectable, what, it's 7 or 8?
That's an 8.
It's an 8 spot from Travis and Tosa.
I feel like he only got through, 10 questions?
We got through 13.
Oh, wow.
13.
There was a lot of pauses in there.
Yeah.
A good 10 seconds of pause.
It's fine. Ben's not getting 8.
No, he's not.
He's gonna get the Jackson one wrong. Watch.
Yeah.
I agree. That's why I wrote it.
It's going to be an outlandish answer. Absolutely outlandish. Vodka? Did Benton get himself locked out? There he is.
Hey, welcome
coming
back,
through
man.
the door.
Oh, he's trying to come back looking in focused and locked in. Look at him.
That
He's
was
so
that was like a
nervous.
cowboy. That was like a cowboy walking into a saloon right there. Just pushes the double doors out of the way.
He's trying to geek himself up like he can win.
He is.
He's trying to be like, you got this.
Yeah, no pressure. No pressure at all.
Oh, the losses are creeping, aren't they?
They are.
Only 2 more wins than losses all of a sudden.
Ben, you know how to play. I'm not even going to let you respond. 15 questions in 90 seconds.
You're so intimidating,
That's right.
Brad.
I'm going to harbor my inner Scalzo. 15 questions in 90 seconds to get as many answers correct as you can. You're allowed to say pass. We'll come back to it if you get through the rest. If Travis from Tosa beats you, he's going to win a $25 gift card. Any questions, Ben?
Let's rock and roll.
All right, let's get going in 3, 2, 1. What term refers to a specialized language used by a particular group, often difficult for outsiders to understand?
That was way too long. Next.
Tito Jackson passed away this weekend. What band was he famously a part of?
Led Zeppelin.
Go! What is the term for a word or phrase that read the same backward and forward?
Palindrome.
Who was the ancient Greek philosopher who tutored Alexander the Great?
Hercules.
What is the term for a word that imitates the sound associated with the object or action it refers to?
Onomatopoeia.
What is the term for an angle that's less than 90 degrees?
Acute. Like me.
In what continent is the Sahara Desert located?
Africa.
What element does K represent on the periodic table?
Silver.
Who authored The Adventures of Tom Sawyer?
Tom Sawyer.
Who was the first president of the United States to reside in the White House?
Say that again.
Who was the first president of the United States to reside in the White House?
Theodore Roosevelt.
What is the largest continent by land area?
Asia.
What is the smallest unit of life?
Organism.
Who wrote the novel 1984?
Pass.
Which occurred in 1912? The Titanic sinking, the Wright brothers flying, or the Berlin Wall falling?
Titanic.
Okay. I don't think he got it, but...
No, he got like 5.
I mean,
What happened,
this
man?
is a losing streak for the books.
Tell me about American Family Insurance real quick, Kyle.
Okay.
We're not even go through the answers?
We will on the other side. Just
Let me run the damn show. I took a loss. Give me a second.
We're getting prickly.
Don't make me. I'm gonna go scorched earth on all of you.
He may be upset and mad, but you know what he wouldn't be upset about, and I know he's not? It's American Family Insurance. He's not worried about anything when it comes to his home. He may suck at, are you smarter than Ben Brust, but we're all smart when it comes to protecting our homes, protecting our cars, and we want you to do that as well because life is better with a home and auto policy from American Family Insurance. That's because they're always there to protect your dreams, from whether or not you're hosting a family reunion or a housewarming or any type of gathering in your home to taking a road trip with your family in your new minivan. American Family Insurance is there for you. So insure carefully, dream fearlessly with American Family Insurance. Visit amfam.com today to get a quote right there on the spot or find an agent near you.
We'll be back on Kyle Brust and Nortman to reveal the answers of Are You Smarter Than Ben Brust and get a special teams take from our special teamer, our Super Bowl 50 runner-up, who's a longtime punter in the NFL, Brad Nortman. And I'm going to cry next.
This is Kyle Brust and Nortman.
Dick Van Dyke, real quick, on the cha-cha slide ACL, says she was carried out by all 5 of us. 5 people?
That's a big girl. That's a big girl. Yeah, that's a big girl who did cha-cha.
Stop it, Kyle.
What you mean? 5 of them had to carry. That's a big girl. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
On ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
Sports, you're getting served information about hormone optimization. What does that even mean? Dr. Nestor Rodriguez at Carbon World Health can tell you exactly what hormone optimization means. He will take your blood work and let you know if it's right for you. If you're feeling sluggish, not losing weight like you used to, you're not gaining muscle like you used to, or you just don't feel like yourself in most aspects of your life, go see Dr. Nestor Rodriguez at Carbon World Health. In fact, sign up for the 6-week experience so you can see everything that Carbon World Health has to offer, including hormone optimization. Learn more at carbonworldhealth.com.
This truck season, think about all the things you can do in a Chevy truck. You'll be able to, or you can even just, with impressive towing, incredible bed and tailgate functionality, and multiple powertrains, Chevy trucks have what you need to get things done. When you want to do it all, Chevy's got you. See your Badgerland Chevy dealer today.
Hey, it's John Hayes, owner of Goodman's Jewelers. Come in and discover the high standards, classic traditions, honesty, integrity, and elegance when you walk through our doors. For over 90 years, customers have returned again and again to our warm boutique setting. Trust me, because I've been there for over 40 of them. Whether it's time to come back or your first time in, stop by Goodman's Jewelers at 220 State Street today. Goodman's Jewelers, the diamond store of Madison since 1933.
The best is at Goodman's.
How much does it cost to talk to Gruber Law Offices after a serious accident? It's free. Yes, free, as in it won't cost you anything to speak with us. There's never a fee until we win your case. Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
Getting 10% back is easy at Fleet Farm. For a limited time only, Fleet Rewards members can earn 10% back in-store and online. Spend $50, get $5 back in rewards. No rebates, no coupons, no hassles. Plus, Fleet Rewards membership is free. So if you're not signed up yet, now's the time. Then get shopping to earn 10% back on everything you need for everyday life at Fleet Farm. Some exclusions apply. Not valid at Ankeny and Waukee, Iowa stores.
Listen to Madison Money Guy every Saturday morning at 7 a.m. on 100.5 ESPN and ESPNWisconsin.com.
I like to refer to inflation as the silent killer. It's an invisible risk. It's just the idea that things get more expensive over time. You're going to need milk and eggs when you're in your early 60s and when you're in your early 80s. You're going to get a loaf of bread, and it's going to be more expensive 20 years from now.
Christian Finfrock is the Madison Money Guy. Call him today at 208-1800.
Get more per pour at the Great Dane Pub and Brewing Company. Great Dane Pub and Brewing Company is a Madison original, brewing award-winning craft beers for 30 years. And now it's time for their bigger and better happy hour. Every Monday through Thursday from 3 until 6 p.m., enjoy 20-ounce pints of the Great Dane's flagship beers for only $3. From Crop Circle Wheat to the Old Glory APA. Head to one of their 4 locations, downtown, Hilldale, Fitchburg, and East Madison. Great Dane Pub and Brewing Company, Madison's original brew pub since 1994.
ESPN Madison is your new home for Wisconsin Badgers volleyball.
That's a statement win for Wisconsin.
Every single night, 7,000 plus, and they are in your face.
From early season showdowns to a run for the national title. Catch every match this season on 100.5 ESPN and Wisconsin On Demand.
Wisconsin's where it's at.
Let's go see how high we can go.
Wisconsin Badgers volleyball on ESPN Madison is brought to you by Coors Light, Ridgetop Exteriors, Goodman's Jewelers, Carbon World Health, and North and South Seafood and Smokehouse.
For official rules and more information about every contest on 100.5 ESPN, visit ESPNWisconsinContests.com. That's ESPNWisconsinContests.com. You're listening to 100.5 ESPN and the ESPN app.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, brought to you by Bud Light, the official beer of the NFL, on 100.5 ESPN, the ESPN Madison YouTube channel, and Wisconsin On Demand.
Kyle Wallace dancing all over my Are You Smarter Than Ben Brust-Grave? Brad Norton.
the song.
Jackson 5. I get it.
Tito Jackson.
I get it. Ooh, baby. I get it. All right, let's go through the answers of Are You Smarter Than Ben Brust? Ben Brust, Kyle Wallace, Brad Nortman, Alex Strofe running the show, and back in Madison, lonely by himself in the producer room and at the Wisconsin women's volleyball game is Ryan Wallersheim.
Oh, wait a minute. Now you're just taking your frustration out on other people. You're projecting.
No, I'm telling the truth, actually.
All right, without further ado, let's go through these. So, question 1. What
It
term?
was too long. I couldn't keep focus.
I get it. That's part of the game. What term refers to a specialized language used by a particular group, often difficult for outsiders to understand? Jargon.
Slang?
Jargon. Slang's
One
pretty
of Ben's
good,
favorite words, jargon.
Jargon.
That's a hard one. That the outside group, I didn't like that one.
Okay, thank you for the commentary.
Now you will listen to every time Ben incorrectly uses the word jargon, which is at least once a week.
That's actually pretty funny. Tito Jackson passed away this weekend. What band was he famously a part of? Not Led Zeppelin.
They're not a band. They're a group.
A band and a group, they're the same
No,
thing.
it's not.
Oh, Ben's just throwing a fit because he got a
It's a group.
He got a text from executive producer Tony Cartagena that he's reading verbatim because he doesn't have a backbone and needs other people to fight for him.
It's a group.
You still would have lost.
They were definitely a band. They played music.
And also, Travis from Wauwatosa got it right, so clearly it wasn't that. You said Led Zeppelin.
Yikes.
Led Zeppelin.
Yeah, I don't deserve that one if I said Led
The
Zeppelin.
Jackson 5, later the Jacksons, are
I'm over it.
What is the term for a word or phrase that can be read the same backward and forward? Palindrome.
Good job,
Good
Ben.
job, Ben. You got
I'm
it.
proud of you.
You guys sound like my
You
third grade
finally
teacher.
got it.
You got it after
We
10
see
tries.
progress in young Benny.
That's a good well,
Brad,
Who was the great,
you better watch your tone.
who was the ancient Greek philosopher who tutored Alexander
Who
the
did
Great?
he say for this one?
Hercules. It's indeed Aristotle. What is the term for a word that imitates the sound associated with the object or action it refers to? Onomatopoeia. Very impressive.
Oh, you had it 20 times.
Good job, Ben.
What is the term for an angle that is less than 90 degrees? Acute.
A bin.
A bend. A little
That's what you
bend.
said. That was cute of you to say.
I will say at this point, I was like, okay, you got 2 in a row. Maybe he's going to catch on fire. How many did he get in total? 5?
You got 6.
6. Which continent is the Sahara Desert located in? Africa. I think you got that one right. What element does K represent on the periodic table? Not silver, which might be...
AU's gold.
Yeah, I don't know what silver is. But it's not potassium, which is what K is.
Duh!
That one's a duh?
Yeah, I know that one.
Then why did you give the answer?
Because I'm an idiot right now.
Got it.
This one
Got
might be
it.
my favorite one.
Curious.
Who authored The Adventures of Tom Sawyer?
Tom Sawyer's not a real person.
Dude, I didn't know. I thought it was a solid guess.
The confident level of Tom Sawyer. That's what I said. Tom Sawyer did that. Who is the first president of the United States?
Who did it?
Mark Twain.
Oh, Mark Twain. Sorry. It wasn't an autobiography.
What? What'd you just
You
say?
dumbass.
Yeah, get him, Ben. Get him.
Can't even read.
Yeah, you dumbass. Can't say autobiography.
You read like me in 3rd grade.
Who is the first president in the United States to reside in the White House? A family relative, Ben.
John Adams.
John Adams.
I knew my family.
I've asked you that one before, and you've gotten it right.
You win some, you lose some.
Yeah, right.
Largest continent by land area, Asia. I think you said Africa.
Said Asia.
Did you? Then
Yes.
Travis said Africa. What is the smallest unit of life? That's a cell. Who wrote the novel 1984? George Orwell.
Who the hell is George Orwell?
That's a famous book.
One of the most famous books of all time.
Yeah,
I've never heard of 1984.
Yes, you have.
You probably
Have you heard of the term?
Is it about
big-
Is it about the Cold War?
No.
It's during that time. It's basically like it's,
an authoritarian
yeah.
government taking over. Have you ever heard the term Big Brother? That's where that came from. Like Big Brother's watching.
I have heard of Big Brother.
Have you heard of that, Ben? Have you heard of it?
No, he hasn't. Look at his face
No,
right
no.
now.
My face is. This is the most
tense.
insufferable Brad
It's
been,
tense.
and I really want to punch him.
I know it's Stroph's questions that are like winning us the game, but I feel like I'm taking
no,
part
you
in
are.
this
No, you
success,
are.
too.
He's nervous. It's a team. That
Yeah,
he's
it's
all-
a team
all
effort.
Kyle,
three of
you
us
don't
play
do
a role.
anything.
No, I play a role. I laugh at them dumbass questions you answer.
And you laugh excellently, Kyle. Finally, 15. What occurred in 1912? The Titanic sinking, Wright brothers flying, or Berlin Wall falling? Titanic. Got that one right.
Good
Good
job.
job. You're on your way. I mean, one more loss and it's 500 record.
Ben, who do you blame for these L's that you've taken? Why haven't you been able to regroup or recover?
I blame myself.
Uh-huh.
I'd like to take accountability. I'd also like to blame the school system I was a part of as a youngster who continued to enable my suck-up behavior to give me grades that were passing when I probably didn't deserve them.
Yeah.
They said, let's just get this guy through.
I just don't want to have you come here to continue to lose and lose and lose week after week.
Randy in a dump truck, 800-990-3776. What do you got?
Hey, Ben, I hate to say this, but Ben Brusk is correct. The Jackson 5 were a group, not a band, a group.
That's right,
So
Randy in a
you
dump
got to
truck.
give him that one.
What's a band
You
by
got it,
definition?
baby.
What's a band then?
I don't know. I took
band
big bands
is like
in college.
Fleetwood Mac.
But like, what defines a band?
Yeah, I want to know what defines a band. Do they play instruments?
I know they say in school not to use Wikipedia as a reference, but the Jackson 5, later the Jacksons, are an American pop band composed of members of the Jackson family. They're a band or a group. Travis and Wauwatosa got it right. Ben got it wrong.
How many did he get, by the way?
He got 8. You got 6, so it wouldn't have made a difference.
Okay, good to know. I can rest and put my brain. I'm going to go study over the weekend. And Kyle, stop. It's over.
I just don't understand where this comes from. I just went to Google it, and it just says you have a lead guitar, rhythm guitar, bass guitar, and drums, and they had that in it.
Did you know Alex Strofe just looked it up and said this something similar?
Dictionary.com. Band, noun, a group of musicians who play music together. Is singing, playing music.
Yeah, Tito was the guitarist of
I
the Jackson
accepted the loss.
The question was about Tito Jackson. He played guitar.
Brad, do you want to do the segment around what we're focusing with you? Or would you like to just continue to be an a-hole?
No, I would like to talk about special teams. Dang. Accusations.
No,
oh,
Brad.
my
Keep
goodness.
being an a-hole. I like it.
Can I talk about special teams now?
Ben Brusk, Kyle Wallace, Brad Nortman, longtime NFL punter, Alex Strofe running the show. Sure, Brad, tell us about special teams. I'm sure this will be really fun.
I'm looking around the other teams of the NFL, and I'm seeing 50-yard field goal, 55-yard field goal. No problems now. No problems. 50-yard plus field goal is the new 40-yard field goal in the NFL for everyone except for the Green Bay Packers. All of last year, now into this year, the Packers are playing at a disadvantage. That music is really throwing me off. But I'm gonna go on through it and just say that no matter the Packers lose when it comes to this is a point-scoring league. If you can't get to even the 40-yard line and be able to roll your kicker out there, make a 57-yard field goal, other teams in the NFL are clearly showing their ability to do that. I don't know if the Packers can win a field goal duel, which we've seen plenty of times here. So the Packers, until they consistently have confidence in Braden Narvison, which we haven't seen yet, he's done well. I'm optimistic. But the two misses, all of them within the 40-yard range, it's proving to me that they will be at a disadvantage until we can learn otherwise. And that's going to be a big problem. The margin for error is 3 points in the NFL. That's the average score differential. That's a field goal, boys. And we are playing at a disadvantage. Major disadvantage. I'm watching that. You guys are just looking at me.
This is your time to shine.
Okay, so
I think you can
statement.
stop there because I agree with you as much as you're a jerk.
That is my statement. That we're wondering where
there will be a game in which if this trend continues, he's 6 of 8. That's not good.
Where can teams
and the misses aren't from 50 plus; they're in the 40s.
Where can teams get an advantage on the Green Bay Packers? Bend but don't break defense. That's an advantage for other teams.
He hasn't kicked a field goal outside of 40-some yards. Just let him have a chance to miss some in the 50s.
Wait a minute. You killed Anders Carlson for missing a kick every game for a month stretch.
I didn't kill Anders week 2. And this is when I started.
Well, you should have because I killed him in the preseason.
Yes, true. Is when you start missing extra points. When he starts consistently missing extra points like Anders, then they need to cut his behind. But until then, I'll be okay. He went 3 for 4 this week. He kicked in Brazil. He went 2 for 3 or 1 for 2 in Brazil.
He's been 3 for 4 both games, I believe.
Yeah, I believe that's right.
Oh, he made 3 field goals week 1?
Yeah, 3 for 4.
Strofe said, why don't you watch a Packers game?
Really?
It doesn't concern you at all, Kyle?
No, not yet. No.
He doesn't even know what's going on. So, how can it concern him?
Will it take losing a game?
No, it will take him missing an extra point, right? It would take him missing. If he goes to a game, he ends up, if he consistently every time, if he kicks 4 field goals a game and he's missing one of them every single game, I'll be upset. If he's missing extra points, because you got to have extra points. You have to. He misses those, then we'll have an issue. But as of right now, I'm going to give him till week 10.
The only excuse that you have if you missed one of the field goals is because you went to your oven and were putting in a Screamin' Sicilian pizza. That's the only excuse you have because you preheat the oven and you set the timer around 12, 13 minutes because y'all like pizza differently. Everyone's got different strokes for different folks, right? You might like the crust done a little bit more, the cheese done a little bit more, the toppings making sure that they're sizzling and cooking the perfect way that you want them. You get it all with Screamin' Sicilian Pizza. With the secret tomato recipe sauce, the whole milk mozzarella cheese sourced right here in Wisconsin. They have tons of toppings on the pizza, and it doesn't get any better than Screamin' Sicilian. From the thin and crispy to the tavern style to 2.5 feet of stuffed crust cheese to the OG Screamin' such as Bessie's Revenge, which is the just tons of cheese. You have the Holy Pepperoni. The name speaks for itself. The Boss Hog, #1 in the power ranking. Classic sausage. Can't go better than that. Well, you can, because I like to mix it up. Supremus Maximus, the Ultimate Deluxe, and the one, the only, the Mambo Italiano. Mambo! Find your screaming pleasure and taste what all that screaming is about. Becoming Relevant with Alex Strofe. Next.
This is Kyle Brust and Nortman, KBN.
Women ask you, do you love me? Why do you love me?
Wait, why am I always the one doing that? Tell me why you love me, baby. I need you to make me feel better.
On ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
Getting 10% back is easy at Fleet Farm. For a limited time only, Fleet Rewards members can earn 10% back in-store and online. Spend $50, get $5 back in rewards. No rebates, no coupons, no hassles. Plus, Fleet Rewards membership is free. So if you're not signed up yet, now's the time. Then get shopping to earn 10% back on everything you need for everyday life at Fleet Farm. Some exclusions apply. Not valid at Ankeny and Waukee, Iowa stores.
Hey, it's Riley Yauk. Stay in the know on area high school sports and follow ESPN Madison on Twitter for Prep Mania on Deck, each week's preview for the top games and events. Prep Mania on Deck is brought to you by Zimbrick Honda, a proud supporter of high school sports and local communities.
Gold medalist and ESPN Madison foodie Matt Hamilton here to tell you about Metcalf's Market. As a proud Wisconsinite, you know I support local, and it doesn't get more local than fourth-generation, family-operated Metcalf's Market. Renowned for offering an extensive selection of local and premium quality foods, it's the best place to shop for me and my family. Where family tradition meets commitment to quality, sustainability, and supporting local communities, head to one of their locations today in Hilldale, near Westtown Mall, or Wauwatosa. Metcalf's Market. Bring local home.
Liberty Station American Tavern and Smokehouse isn't just a barbecue restaurant. Fish fry, walleye, and vegetarian options are available, and they have a menu that's sure to please everyone. Liberty Station smokes their meats daily with a 1,000-gallon custom smoker, giving you the freshest experience possible. Enjoy happy hour with daily discounts on both food and drinks at their large bar with 20 draft taps and multiple TVs to watch the big game. Be sure to check out their sprawling patio with an indoor and outdoor porch area too. Liberty Station off the Beltline on Rimrock Road.
Starion Bank redefines local banking in Madison. As a community bank with a commitment to Dane County, experience a banking relationship where your goals are our priority. Enjoy competitive deposit and loan rates and a partnership that thrives on local engagement and support. Starion Bank is more than a full-service financial institution. It's a community pillar dedicated to your prosperity. Visit one of our convenient branches in Middleton, Monona, or Sun Prairie. Starion Bank, offering banking, lending, mortgage, and cash management.
Forward Theater presents King James, a comedy about friendship between two diehard fans during LeBron James' basketball career. One of the greatest NBA players to ever hit the courts, his influence brought promise and renewal to an entire city. This fast-paced comedy chronicles the turbulent bond between two fans whose fortunes are tied to their basketball idol. It's a slam dunk of a bromance. Performing now through September 29th at Overture Center. Get your tickets today at forwardtheater.com. That's forwardtheater.com.
The biggest names in the basketball world.
Dame Dollar Lillard.
Having fun and honest conversations.
He puts it in the shoe, right? And sets the tone for brothers and sisters and family.
Every week, Thanasis Adetokounmpo sits down with special guests on Thanalysis Show. Presented by Carbless Ready-to-Drink Cocktails.
Fantastic.
Find Thanalysis Show on Spotify, Apple, or wherever you get your podcasts. And on YouTube by searching Thanalysis Show.
I love this song! I love nachos.
Loving everything? You might be buzzed.
You know what I'd love? A ride when it's time to head out.
If you see a buzzed warning sign, call for a ride when it's time to go home. Buzz driving is drunk driving. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Getting 10% back is easy at Fleet Farm. For a limited time only, Fleet Rewards members can earn 10% back in-store and online. Spend $50, get $5 back in rewards. No rebates, no coupons, no hassles. Plus, Fleet Rewards membership is free. So if you're not signed up yet, now's the time. Then get shopping to earn 10% back on everything you need for everyday life at Fleet Farm. Some exclusions apply. Not valid at Ankeny and Waukee, Iowa stores.
This is Kyle Brust and Nortman, KBN, on ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
Always a great time to join the Princeton Club, especially when I tell you that there's been $1 million spent to upgrade the clubs, whether it's in the Madison area or New Berlin. It's a fantastic place for you to further your health with free childcare with the membership. It's open 24/7. I've done personal training. I love the weights that they provide, new equipment all over the place. The locker room is clean. You got the steam room, the sauna. It doesn't get any better than the Princeton Club. So find the courage to go find your better tomorrow. Voted Best of Madison again. Then just put money in the clubs to make sure it's crisp, clean, and pristine for you to join and have a great time at the Princeton Club year-round. Check it out. Ben Brust, Kyle Wallace, Brad Nortman, Alex Strofe run the show. During the break, Brad Nortman said, you know what's underrated? Dates. I said Ryan Wollersheim wouldn't know. He's running the Everlight Solar ESPN Madison studios. I think Brad was referring to the food.
I was. Delicious food. Dates.
Ryan Wollersheim, we've had about an hour since we've talked to you as we went through your credentials as an eligible bachelor. Any news on the having somebody come with you to the Wisconsin women's volleyball game?
There's been no offers to have somebody come with me. There's been some very not so nice texts on the ESPN Madison talking text line. Won't read those on the air.
Wooly, if you were to take the date out for dinner,
the
tell us
date?
what that experience. Yeah, what experience would that be like?
Honestly, I don't know if I would be a taker out to dinner. I kind of feel like I would want to make dinner. Like, so,
you can't invite her over.
Well, not invite her over. No. No, this is how you do it. You find there's a place
No.
in
You
Madison.
don't get to tell us how to do it.
All right, that's fair. That's a good point. My scenario, this is what I'm imagining, is that there is a really nice park in the Madison-Monona area called Obrecht Park. It's known as a beer garden. It's a great place to go on a Saturday. There's a bunch of people out there enjoying
nice park.
Summer, the summer in Madison while it's still here. Be a great place to go. You can actually buy a few beers there. You can hang out. You can bring your own food.
Dog,
well, it's at a park. It's a true park. What?
So boring.
Okay, fine.
Get to the point.
Well, okay, so the point is that we're outdoors. There's dogs around. There's sunshine. There's happiness. It's everything that's the opposite of my entire personality. I feel like that might swing her to really attach that to me And then therefore she might have like
What?
she
Oh, wait a
might have a
minute.
positive sort of image of me that way.
But you're gonna.
So you're fooling her?
Not fooling. I'm showing her the bright side
But
Of life of her or for you, of you?
of me. I do enjoy going to the park. I especially enjoy going to Olbricht. So
Do you
it's
go
like-
there by yourself?
I have gone there by myself. Yeah.
Feed the birds.
Would you feed the birds, feed the ducks?
Yeah, PD Pablo chimes in. Does he feed some ducks?
No, just order a beer, sort of sit out in one of the picnic tables, enjoy the sun. Like I said, summer in Madison is great.
Oh, well.
Yeah.
Have you tried a date
Brad,
nap?
Brad,
I for real.
Brad, what's going through your mind right now?
Brad, you get the floor, buddy.
Yeah,
Your face is
I
as red
can't.
as the ESPN logo
can't.
behind Ben.
Well, I don't have any words that can put together how I feel about this. Wooly, come on, man. There's got to be more than that in there. There's got to be more than that in there. I believe in you.
I thought this was a nice scenario. I didn't realize there was a despicable idea.
No, what? But you're gonna take a girl you've never met before to a park and feed her, treat her, take her out to dinner.
I'm a good cook. That's like actually one of the positives. It's one of the
think
pluses.
The point you're missing is nobody's going to go home with you if they don't know you yet, right? Like they're not coming over.
This
He
is a
wants to
first
bring
date.
food.
If somebody,
A first day at your house is not.
I
These
said-
women don't want to go to your house. You could be
What?
a serial
No.
killer. We don't know
I
what
said,
you could be.
I just said it's at the park.
if
the
somebody
hell are
tried
you
to
cooking
feed
in the
me their
park?
own cooking on a first date, I'd be a little freaked out. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay, oatmeal. You watch out there, all right?
I would. I'd be a little freaked out.
This you need to take notes. You take
Hey,
a woman to a
you take a bite first.
real though. Next you know she passed.
Ron in the key. Somehow someone's gonna try to defend Wooly. Good luck.
I don't think Ben can give advice on how young primetime Woolersheim should approach dating. He doesn't have the ability to lean on, I was a D1 basketball player, Final Four guy, while at Madison dating. Also, I have firsthand knowledge of Ben letting a girlfriend stay outside his apartment with food for him because he didn't want to stop playing a video game to answer the door for the girl that had brought him dinner.
I already had her where I
Not
wanted
the
her.
guy you're going to take advice from.
No, you didn't want. No,
But
he didn't love her.
Still
He didn't
not
love
the world that he lives in. That's not the world he lives in. He can't take advice from you.
Kyle, I believe that is my now fiance that you were saying I don't love. Yeah, you should sit in the corner after that one. I love her. I just love my video games too.
The things you put your fiance through. It is unbelievable.
Where is he? I can't see him.
He's sitting in the corner.
Kyle vacated
I
his
was
chair.
100% sure. Oh, that's one of his old breezes he used to talk to. No way in the world is the woman that said yes and had his baby. Boy, oh boy. Yeah, he's right. He's right. I take that back.
All right, so Wooly's going to be single forever.
He needs to
And
get on these dating apps or something.
have you tried the dating apps?
I have.
And no success?
Did you match with anybody?
I have had some matches. My pitches don't work very well.
What are your pitches?
Well, like my opening lines.
You want to go to the
they kind
park?
of
I'll
fall.
feed you some of my food.
There's a lot of balls, not a lot of strikes, I'll say.
But you said one of the things people tell you is you're too picky. So how does that work into this equation?
And I hate to break it to you, but you're not Tom Cruise.
I never claimed to be. I never claimed to be. Okay? Thank you. Anyways.
Well, this is what I need you to do. I need you to lower your standards for this 2 months. 2 months to get your confidence up.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
You got to
Yeah.
practice.
Yeah,
This
that's
is what
good.
I was told
You
to
gotta practice.
I'm saying you got to practice on some people that maybe you wouldn't want to date, but maybe you're like, I'm okay with being seen in public with you. Just to get yourself some practice in the game,
Kyle,
right?
what's the old adage? It's like you got to date some 4s to date a 10. Isn't that the old adage?
Is that an adage?
I think that's an adage.
that's
Never heard that
something. Yeah,
before.
you got to put in practice. You got to work on your lines with women that you don't see a future with, but you, at least give them a chance to have fun with them, right? Who might want to have you produce with them.
Yeah, you got to get back in the game. I'm right there with you, Kyle. You got to get polished a little bit. You got to shake the rust off.
What you got right now is this is terrible. This
All
is
right.
terrible. I wouldn't let you 10 feet near none of my kinfolk.
I'll go through some preseason reps and let you guys know how I'm feeling.
I have an idea.
Smart.
I have an idea. Next time that you are running the board on ESPN Madison for Kyle Brusson-Nortman, we are going to pretend that you are courting me.
Okay.
What?
We're gonna practice. We're gonna practice pretending you're on a date with me.
Sounds like an HR nightmare.
What? Yeah, can we just do it next?
You said lower standards. This is like no standards.
Exactly. It should be easy for you. Becoming relevant with Alex Strofe, I swear, is next.
Ben, you need to stop being a freaking hater.
He's not Tom
You're
Cruise.
listening to Kyle Brust and Nortman, KBN,
Caleb Williams sucks.
on ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin present your Badger Minute.
This Badger Minute is brought to you by Madison Axe. Enjoy axe throwing, craft beers, bags, shuffleboarding, and more fun at Madison's state-of-the-art entertainment spot. Visit MadisonAxe.com or head to their location on Stoughton Road today.
With your Badger Minute, I'm Riley Yauk. Barry Alvarez appeared on the Great Dane Huddle Monday evening and had a sharp critique of the Badgers' performance against Alabama.
Very disappointed in how we competed. I thought we could have a competitive game and make it a game, but we didn't compete. I didn't feel like we competed. We made it really easy for Alabama. The first fumble, you're going to have fumbles, but we're moving the ball. We miss an easy field goal. You can't do that. You got to play. You got to play at your best.
Get as low as $18 per window and $81 per patio door per month at Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Offer on September 30th, so visit PellaWI.com today.
$1 million. That's big, really big. This September, Potawatomi Casino Hotel Milwaukee is handing out a cool million, and you've got a shot at winning your share. The big $1 million giveaway is here. Just play with your rewards card and you're entered to win. Couldn't be easier and couldn't be bigger. No wonder it's called the Big One. For more details, visit paysbig.com/big one. Must be 21 and a rewards member to play.
GRB Academy is baseball for the serious player. GRB is hosting its annual Top Prospect Camp on Saturday, October 12th for pitchers, catchers, and position players. This annual event has attracted the top talent from across the Midwest for 13 years. This is your chance to showcase your skills in front of the top colleges in the country, and the camp is open to all players in the 2025 through 2028 grad classes. Visit grbacademy.com to register now. Raise baseball. Raise your game.
When you're in the right place at the right time, things get done. The important things, like knowing what you need and how it all works. Talking truck. Fixing it right the first time. At Zimbrick Chevrolet, our people get it done right and now. That's how you know you're in the right place at the right time. And you'll never overpay at Zimbrick Chevrolet.
Hi, this is Lee, inviting you to Ruth's Chris Steakhouse in Middleton. We got a great happy hour every day of the week from 4 o'clock to 7, and our patio during the summer is open too. If you're getting married, a special occasion, a birthday, anniversary, or even a business meeting, we've got all the accommodations right here at Ruth's Chris Steakhouse. You work hard and sometimes you're not sure what you want to do, where you want to spend your money. I want to encourage you to come into Ruth's Chris Steakhouse and say hello. It'd be a pleasure to meet you.
In the next 30 seconds, I'm going to tell you how to save money and save the planet. It's simple. Ditch your energy bill and make the switch over to Everlight Solar. While electricity prices keep rising, Everlight Solar will give you the chance to take ownership of your power while also reducing your carbon footprint. As a local company based out of Madison, they'll be there with you every step of the way as you make the switch to solar. To learn more about how you can save money and save the planet, go to everlightsolar.com.
The 2024 Putts for Pups golf outing, with proceeds benefiting the Dane County Humane Society, is back and bigger than ever. Presented by Bruner Realty and ESPN Madison and hosted at Blackhawk Country Club, Putts for Pups is a great day of golf aimed at raising money for an even greater cause. Last year's event raised over $32,000 for DCHS. Donate or find out how you can get involved at putsforpups.com. That's putsforpups.com. Putts for Pups is proudly sponsored by Zimbrick.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, brought to you by Bud Light, the official beer of the NFL, on 100.5 ESPN, the ESPN Madison YouTube channel, and Wisconsin On Demand.
It was the heat of the moment, telling me what my heart meant.
David chimes in that this is reminding him of the 40-Year-Old Virgin, the movie where Ryan Wollersheim, producing the show in Madison, is getting horrible advice from his coworkers. I disagree. I think we're trying to lead him down a path to success. Ben Brust, Kyle Wallace, Brad Nortman, Alex Stroh running the show.
A 10-year-old in elementary school has more game than him.
Oh, wow.
I'm so serious. There's a kid on the playground that can spit game better than that man.
Yikes. It's time for becoming relevant.
That's really rude.
Yeah, but it's true. Truth hurts.
Hey, Mr. Irrelevant, it's time to become relevant. Stroph's time to shine on KBN starts now.
I wonder what Steve Carell's up to. Maybe he can help us out,
It's a good question. He's still fairly active.
More active than Wally.
Got a healthy active male, you're saying?
Healthy active male.
He is not.
Stroh, you good?
Oh, boy.
What's next?
Would you just go, Stroh? Come on. just get to the next thing.
Well done,
I
Wally.
love you, Wally.
Well done.
I can't do this segment. Marshawn Lloyd has been put on IR. Are you worried about the Packers running back room?
No, Josh Jacobs. Yeah, we should, actually. I like Emmanuel Wilson, but I do believe that we've seen when you don't have the backup plan, you have to change your whole plan for the team. And if you have Malik Willis and God forbid, something happens to Josh Jacobs, holy cow, you become so one-dimensional just throwing out routes and blocking.
Yeah, that's my concern. I mean, the Packers are one injury away now in Josh Jacobs from being completely hamstrung. I think it's actually his injury is the hamstring. Completely hamstrung on offense. I mean, Malik Willis with Emmanuel Wilson as your lead tailback, that's a problem. And that could be the entire way until Jordan Love returns. So I am concerned, not immediately, but I'm going to be watching Josh Jacobs and maybe 32 times running for him. Maybe we back that up a little bit, Matt LaFleur. We need to keep him healthy.
Yeah, it's important about keeping him healthy and not running him into the ground. We have to depend on him right now with Jordan Love being out, but it's important that we have a guy that can come up there and be very serviceable where there isn't much of a drop-off. Wilson has looked decent, but you just don't feel too good about it. I am concerned about this running back room because it's not about week 2. It's about how fresh is he going to be in the playoffs, and I'm talking about Josh Jacobs. You got to take some carries off of him, but you don't have anybody to give the ball to.
Over at ESPN.com, it is Power Rankings Tuesday. Tausch referenced it with us earlier. The Packers down from spot 12 to spot 15 in this week's Power Rankings at ESPN.com. Kyle, how far away are the Packers from being a top 10 team?
They're not that far away. I just am astonished by the fact that a football team, as Tausch talked about, who went toe-to-toe with the Eagles week 1. I know the Eagles lost, but still a talented football team. And then on top of that, they won without the quarterback, Malik Willis. What they showed me is that there's a versatility that they have on that team in many ways that they can probably win football games. They can be competitive when they have Jordan Love against a good Eagles team. And then on top of that, they can beat a probably okay average Colts football team without their starting quarterback. That is not an easy feat to do for anybody in the NFL, and the Packers did it. It's disrespectful that they dropped after winning a football game. So they should be a top 10 football team. So in my book, they're not far away because they're in it.
Danny?
If anything, like this team should move forward with the ability to show what they can do without their starting quarterback that is allegedly close to coming back. I'm with Tausch. It is stupid the way that these power rankings did. They're like, there's a jumbled mess right now of injuries in the NFL. And sure, Jordan Love is out, but for the ability of the Packers to show that they were able to win a different way than they've won all of last year, it was always on the shoulders of Jordan Love. And Matt LaFleur was able to scheme a game plan where Malik Willis was able to execute. You got what you needed from a back that you signed in free agency. I'm optimistic about what I see, and it's stupid to see them go down 3 spots after what was a Matt LaFleur masterclass. You got to give credit where credit's due.
All the question marks that face the Green Bay Packers were outside of the quarterback position, right? And so you lose that quarterback, and then you wonder, can all those question marks take a step forward? Defense, special teams, being able to stop the run, being able to get turnovers, being able to run the football consistently. All those were emphatically answered yes. So I don't know how you could possibly drop. If you want to create a floor at 12, I suppose I can understand that. But to drop to 15, that's embarrassing by the powers that be that rank these teams.
In the words of the great Dirty Diana, they're just haters.
Ben, you need to stop being a freaking hater.
Stop being a freaking hater, Ben.
Okay.
Hey, Wooly.
I wasn't actually hating that. Was the funny part.
Wooly,
Yes.
can you tell Ben to stop being a frickin' hater?
Stop being a freaking hater.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Oh my gosh! Even when he tells me to stop being a freaking hater, I just want to stuff him in a locker.
He sounds really deflated. Are you okay?
I'm fine. All right. It's been 3 years. Okay. I'm used to
3
it.
years. 3 years.
Since a relationship, yes.
I thought it was high school.
Well, all right. Since one of the flings, I'll say that.
3 years since a fling.
3 years since a fling.
What's the next thing in Mr. Irrelevant? All
So
right.
you traveling through the Sahara Desert right now.
Not the Sahara, maybe the Mojave. It's not that long. I mean, but yeah.
You know so much about desert.
Because he looked it up. He said, "Man, what am I like?"
A lot of free time.
I'm really good at. I was really good at geography in high school.
He took one of those Sporkle quizzes, like, "Hey, which desert are you?"
That's on my Tinder profile.
For context, the Indianapolis Colts on that power ranking, team 28. The Tennessee Titans this week opponent, team 29.
Ooh, okay.
So, does that mean the Packers should win even bigger this year?
Well,
according to this
they're
list?
also, I believe, underdogs again this week.
Are
Well,
they?
the
I missed
Titans. The Titans are a walking catastrophe. Like I think they're the second least yards given up defensively, so they're a good defense. But they got 2 block punts in consecutive games.
The Titans are 3-point favorites.
Inexplicable turnovers. They've been giving games up. They should have been winning these games.
They have been.
It's ridiculous. I think they're a better team.
What was
than,
the question? I can't stop thinking about Wooly.
Yeah, I was just giving context to the power rankings of their last opponent and their next
Oh,
opponent.
got it. Yeah.
But I
Fine
also
with the
can't stop
information.
thinking about Wooly, and we've got about less than 90 seconds remaining. So, Wooly, any final comments?
I have nothing for you guys.
Dang, defeated. I'm telling you, man, go ahead and just swipe right on a whole bunch, and whoever says yes, just say, "Hey, let's go get drinks."
Yeah, we gotta get you suited up and back in the game.
Yeah, man, you got to start somewhere.
You want to go out with the KBN crew?
No, he ain't gonna
definitely not.
We should go out with him and get him excited and get a night
Actually,
out.
I
Set him up.
can't be a good wingman.
Ryan Wollersheim, will you accept me as your wingman?
No. I wouldn't accept
Why?
you. I
Really?
wouldn't accept you to take a shot for me. No.
Well, I would never take a bullet for you.
No, not a
Whoa.
shot. I'm saying like a shot in basketball. I'm saying it was a fluke once again.
Wooly, will you accept me as your wingman?
Brad, I would
Brett.
consider. I would consider.
Okay.
Brad.
That's
What about
something.
Kyle?
Now, Wooly, I love you, kid. Will you accept me?
You have not been projecting much of any love to me, Kyle.
Well, no, that's tough love, man, because it's embarrassing. It's embarrassing. I ain't gonna quite frankly, it's embarrassing. But you know what? I'm gonna coach you up. I ain't got much game like that, but I got more game than you, and we gonna get you a date.
Wooly, would you
It's
accept?
gonna rain on you one day.
Would you accept me as your wingman?
You've tried. It didn't work.
Oh wow! Oh,
Is that
wow.
true? Strove, you can't get this guy
A honey?
I expected more out of Strove.
He ain't Jesus.
Yeah.
Yeah, I ain't even got Wooly to laugh.
Wollersheim is going to be on Jim, Matt, and Molly coming up next on ESPN Madison. Don't go anywhere because we're Kyle Brust.